All right. What is up, YouTube? What is going on, fellow fantasy people? And of course, what is up, the catch fam? You guys are no time is man. Saturday night late stream. We are here, kick it off, baby. I'm so excited. Uh, listen, man. Saturday night. You guys know we always have a blast on Saturday night. Week 10 fantasy Q&A. Let's get it going, man. I hope everyone is doing well tonight. Hope everyone has had a great weekend. As always, man, just excited to hang out with you guys for a bit. Won't go as late as our typical Saturday night streams this weekend, but I'm excited to be here, man. Nonetheless, we got some big news on the week, so want to get into it for you guys and make sure that you guys are feeling squared away overall heading into Sunday tomorrow. And it's an important week for a lot of us, but. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in, man. Make sure if you're new to the channel, you hit that sub button down below, become part of the catch fam tonight. And let's hop right into it, man. All right. Big Ben Roethlisberger is out versus the Lions due to COVID-19. So we got that news today. That definitely affects, those of you who own guys like Pat Freiermuth, Deontay Johnson. I don't know how crazy I feel about starting those guys this week. I mean, it's just I don't know what kind of offense we're going to see out of the Steelers this week, even though it's versus the Lions, right? I mean, what, Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskin? Like, can these guys play? Sure, they can play, but I don't know how confident I am, right? So we'll get into that on the night as well. I mean, we did kind of a midday stream as well to go over the must start wide receivers and tight ends for the week. Yeah, we did go over Robert Woods within that stream as well. Okay, suffers a torn ACL today and is out for the season. Man, it's bad news. You guys know that I love my guy Bobby Trees. I've been a huge supporter of him on the season, and it just stinks, man. It stinks. Those of you who own Julio Jones, who are still putting some faith in him, as he's been very inconsistent on the season, right? On injured reserve, but only should miss about 3 weeks. But all of that, man, in 1 week it's a lot of news. Okay, or excuse me, 1 day, not 1 week. But outside of that, man, let's go ahead and run through the injury report for Week 10. Make sure if we have any notable updates, I get them out, and then I'll hop right into the chat. See who's in the house tonight. See who catch fam is in the house tonight, and get to as many questions as I can on the night. Okay. Zach Moss is still questionable at the moment with a concussion, but I think that he's going to be cleared to play. Corey Davis also questionable with that hip injury still. Let's see. We know Antonio Brown is out. Robert Gronkowski is out. And yeah, let's see here. Chris Godwin. This is a big note, guys. Chris Godwin is questionable for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we might have some other receiving options that we can get into on the night. I mean, Johnson's looking like he had a great game before the bye week, right? And then week 8. And he's looking like a very good option for the week as well. We'll get into that on the night, though. Don't worry, guys. Outside of that, no one really notable for Washington. Let's move on to the Falcons. Nothing really notable here for the Cowboys. I mean, we know that Tyron Smith, he tackles out, but nah. Let's see here for the Saints. Let's see, nothing notable here for the Titans. Julio Jones, which we just talked about, out, which is not good. Our guy James Robinson still listed as questionable. That's probably going to be a game time decision that we're going to be monitoring leading into tomorrow. And let's see here. Chase Claypool, we know, is out, and now Ben Roethlisberger is out as well. All right, let's see here. Damian Harris is officially listed as out. That's right. We got that news on Friday. So that's very big for those of you who own maybe Ramondre Stevenson, who's still technically listed as questionable, maybe a Brandon Bolden in full PPR. A very, very good start on the week. All right, Keenan Allen's technically listed as questionable, but he's probably more than likely fine. Let's see here. Kyler Murray, of course, still listed as questionable. DeAndre Hopkins still listed as questionable. Probably going to be game time decisions, man. Not fun, but that's where we're at right there. The Eagles, nobody listed on the injury report. Or no, I'm sorry. That's not true. Okay. Two players. I missed them there. All right, let's see here. Broncos. Wow, they got a lot of questionable players. Tim Patrick is technically questionable for those of you who own him. That is one to look out for, guys. All right, no one really notable for the Seahawks or Packers. We know that Russell Wilson will be playing here in Week 10. No one really notable for the Chiefs or Raiders for us. Man, Robert Woods, gosh, that's tough. That's tough. Obviously out. Really unfortunate news we got today, guys. Outside of that, no one else really notable to go over there. All right, let's see who's in the chat on the night. Appreciate everyone being here, man. Stoked to have you guys with me here tonight. Let's see here. Dried Ocean, what's going on, man? Max, what's up, my guy? Dried Ocean, who should I flex? Gibson, Judy, Moss, Javonte Stevenson, or Gallup? Full PPR, lost Woods. Man, I really, really like Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon this week. I think that Javonte Williams is a fantastic start. Gibson is an okay start, but I don't feel as strong about it. Stevenson, it's hard to say. I think Bolden's a better play in full PPR. Man, if this was my roster, I just throw Javonte Williams in there, quite frankly. I think we want to give another week for Gallup to see how he kind of reacts, right? Coming off the injury. I love Jerry Jeudy, guys, but I still don't feel fully confident in him. Moss has just not been playing consistent lately also. So I think Javonte and Stevenson are probably the best starts. Bolden, someone to think about. Gibson versus Tampa Bay is not a good start. McKissick's going to get that PPR value. That's the running back that we want to start from the Washington football team. So for me, yeah, I'd be playing Javonte Williams. Yeah. Ronnie Goat, what's up, my guy? Cup tweeted a pic of him in Woods. I got emotional. Yikes, that is rough. That is rough. Anunia, what's going on? Should I start Pittman at the Jags or Terry at the Bucks? Please help. I don't know who. I think the safer floor here is Michael Pittman. Okay. The higher potential ceiling is probably Scary Terry versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I like both of these starts a lot, man. I mean, I would not stress out too much over this. Either way, you have a very, very good start. Either way, okay? It's a better matchup, technically speaking, for Scary Terry, but Pittman's got a fantastic matchup versus the Jags. You could really go either way here. I know that's not the most helpful answer, but let us know in the chat, guys. Pittman at the Jags or Scary Terry at the Bucks? Who would you guys start? They're both phenomenal starts, man. They're both very, very good starts on the week. I like both of these guys a lot. If I'm not mistaken, I had both of them in the must-start video today. Yeah, I did. So, hey, they're both must-starts for me. They're great starts to me. Don't stress out too much about it. You're going to have a good play no matter what. Christian Dak or Matthew Stafford now since Robert Woods isn't playing? This is a good question. I like both of them a lot this week. I think that they're both going to have very solid weeks. I like Dak versus the Falcons, man. Like I really do. I've been coming back to this matchup a little bit later in the week now, and I think it's a phenomenal matchup. I think the Cowboys are going to have a great day, man. I really, really do. Now, with Matthew Stafford, I guess the point that I'm trying to get to here is that I don't think that he's a bad start with Woods out. Okay, they've got enough weapons, and I'm not trying to give all the credit to Odell Beckham here, but they've got enough weapons, right? They've got a good run game. They've got Tyler Higby. Van Jefferson has played well in the season. So don't get me wrong. I like Stafford quite a bit, actually. And San Francisco is the 30th worst team in the league against opposing quarterbacks. Man, it's a good start no matter what. Once again, I hate to give you guys that answer, right, when I do. But sometimes it's just the truth, right? Like, I don't think you're going to have a bad play if you start Dak or Matthew Stafford on the week. 49ers 30th against opposing quarterbacks. Well, Atlanta's 28th. Okay, so I like both of these starts quite a bit. Who do I think has a better day? Well, I think Dallas needs to have a better day. I mean, they're coming off an awful loss, right? But once again, the Rams need to have a good day versus the Niners because this is a big divisional game. So I like both of these starts. Once again, guys, let us know in the chat. Dak or Matthew Stafford on the week. Max, who to start, Goddard or Fant and Devonta or Gallup at flex? Fant versus the Eagles, hands down. I love this matchup for Noah Fant. Noah Fant all day for me, man. Noah Fant. Devonta or Gallup? I would lean Devonta coming off a big game. Once again, we just want to give it a week, see how Gallup gets back into the swing of things, see what his target use is like. I mean, I like Gallup. Don't get me wrong. I like him on the season. But I'm going to lean Devonta here. But they're both I'm going to lean Devonta, actually. Dry Ocean Moss clear concussion protocol. That's what I thought. I think that injury report was a little off on one or two of the questionable players, or they at least just hadn't taken them out yet. But yeah, from what I had saw as well, Moss is good to go. But thank you for that update. I do appreciate that. Christian, who do I start? DJ Moore, Zach Moss, or Jarvis Landry or Cole Beasley? Man, listen, I don't think DJ Moore is an awful start. I would like to see how this offense performs with Cam Newton at the quarterback position, but I don't mind DJ Moore this week. I mean, let's take a look at the past couple of weeks, as I know they've been wildly inconsistent, but I mean, it's not like Arizona is very good against opposing receivers. They're number 18 in the league. I mean, he hasn't been great over the past couple of weeks. If it's full PPR, then I don't mind it. Okay, but we're looking at this list of players. I think Cole Beasley is a really safe start versus the Jets. Like, this just feels like that type of game script where Cole Beasley has a good day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Jets are technically pretty good against opposing wide receivers. I get it, and he's been wildly inconsistent as well. But I would say that those are the two safest players, man. Jarvis Landry has been the most inconsistent out of maybe all these players. Okay, Zach Moss has been trending quite downward, so I don't feel crazy about Zach Moss right now. Jarvis, I want to see just a couple more weeks before we throw him into our lineups, man, because I don't know, man. He's just been bad lately, and he's been injured. I get that he's a target haul. Like, I get that he's the number one guy there, but I don't know if that makes him a must start, right? So for me, it's between DJ Moore and Cole Beasley. A little bit of an asterisk around DJ Moore, though, because we don't know how this offense rolls out under Cam Newton as the starting quarterback. I don't think it'll be any worse than what we saw out of Sam Darnold or PJ Walker on the year, but maybe there's a little bit of week one growing pains, right? But those are definitely the two best starts, in my opinion. Christian, who do I start, Mike Williams or DJ Moore? Between those two, I like Mike Williams, man. I do. A good game script, okay? I know we said that last week. He didn't have a great game. Maybe full PPR, he had a better stat line. Don't get me wrong. But listen, I like Mike Williams here. I talked about him earlier in the day. This is kind of our last chance, right? We give him this last chance. If he has a good game, which I think he has an opportunity to, and which should be a shootout, right? Then we can move forward with some confidence and Mike Williams. But this is kind of a make it or break it week. I kind of said that about the week prior. I thought he'd have a much, much better game versus the Eagles. Now he's got the Vikings. I still like this game script a lot, man. I would roll with Mike Williams. Much higher ceiling, maybe a safer floor at DJ Moore. Higher ceiling with Mike Williams. Christian, Russell Wilson, or Patty Mahomes? I'd roll Patrick Mahomes, man. I would. I like him versus the Raiders quite a bit. I don't mind Russell Wilson this week at all. He's a player coming off injury. We don't really have to wait for it, right? If he's good to go, he's good to go. He's Russell Wilson. So, and I just realized our ticker is messed up. I apologize, guys. Let's see here. We need to change this. Week 10 fantasy Q&A. We're no longer doing the must start wide receivers tight ends. That was earlier in the day. Anyways, all right, let's get back into it, man. Yeah. I don't mind Russell Wilson this week, but I'd lean Patrick Mahomes. A good matchup, big divisional game. The Raiders have been historically good against Patrick Mahomes, but nonetheless, man, this Chiefs team needs to come out and ball. So I like Patrick Mahomes here. Derek, I think Dak's going to have a good game. I think he will too. Don't get me wrong. I think that both Dak and Stafford will have very good games. K9, what's up, man? Always good to have you here, my guy. Christian, do I drop Gibson for Odell? Ooh, I don't quite know, man. I mean, Gibson, the thing is, still has the potential to have some RB1 value on these seasons. So I don't know if we necessarily just want to drop him flat out. He hasn't been playing great. He's been banged up, but I would rather you see, I'd rather see you drop like a lower end wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2 for Odell over a guy like Gibson. Christian Pittman, let me know. Let me know if there's a question surrounding Michael Pittman for you, Christian. Chase Brown, worried about Deontay without Big Ben. I am. Okay. I mean, we've seen, if Mason Rudolph plays, he has some chemistry with these Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers. I mean, he had to play basically an entire season with Big Ben out, so, or at least half a season, right? And Dwayne Haskins has played okay in the preseason with this unit. So I think that Deontay could still have a good day, but do I feel as confident as I did earlier in the day when we talked about Deontay Johnson in our last stream? No. No, I don't. Am I worried? Yes, I am worried. On the Dak and Matthew Stafford Q, my opponent has Amari Cooper if that changes anything. Not necessarily for me, man. Not necessarily. Derek, I think we can't go wrong with either Dak or Stafford. You can't. You really can't. Jason, trade Deebo for A.J. Brown. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's see here. Let's look at the notes. Let's pull up who we got coming up in the next couple of weeks. Gosh, Deebo Sam was still wide receiver 4 on the year. He's got a very favorable. He doesn't face a team. I mean, the two best secondaries he faces the rest of the season, not including the Rams, are Seattle number 17 against position and Atlanta number 19 against position. Every other team is 20th or worse. Okay. So I really actually like, I mean, not just Deebo, but Ayuk's going to have some beautiful matchups if he can just get this thing consistently going, man. Okay. A.J. Brown has got some pretty damn favorable matchups too. Okay. This weekend, although New Orleans is very bad against posting wide receivers, he should get all the pressure from Marshawn Lattimore, so that's not great. Faces New England in Week 12, a bad matchup. San Francisco in Week 16, not a good matchup either. But outside of that, every team he faces is 20th against position or worse. So, but he does have a bye week. Okay. Deebo does not have a bye week left. So they're about as equal value as you can find. They've both been banged up at times on the season. Deebo is currently a little bit more banged up, though. So I like both of these guys. Jason, let me know where your headspace is at. I want to dissect that a little bit more with you. Both have some very favorable matchups coming up, man. So if you're in a win now position, that might affect us. But even if not, these guys both have great fantasy playoff schedules for the most part. Okay. We're on the gut. Here's who I'm going with tomorrow. Cousins, Jonathan Taylor, Cook, A.J. Brown, Deontay, Fearmouth, James Conner, McLaurin, Pittsburgh's kicker, Boswell, Cardinals defense. How am I looking? I can swap the Muth for Gooder. And do I play Javonte over Connor? No, I wouldn't play Javonte over Connor necessarily. He's just been, I mean, Jonathan Taylor, Cook, and Connor are going to get you a dub, man. Javonte, who I do really like in this matchup, is still not, I mean, if I had those three guys, I still think that I'm starting them. Yeah, I still think that I'm starting them over my guy Javonte. Okay. Muth for Goddard. Gosh, this is tough, man. This is tough. Let me take a look here. I am definitely worried about Pat Freiermuth, who I felt really good about. Oh, gone into the week, man. That's such a tough call. Who Goddard's got Denver. I mean, they're third against position. Did we take a swing on Freiermuth, and do we even know for sure what quarterback is starting for the Steelers? Gosh, this is tough, guys. This is tough. We'll come back to that one. Derek, hit the thumbs up. Hey, I appreciate that, Derek. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button, baby. Derek says to play Connor. I agree. Christian, I'd rather have A.J. Brown, so good trade. I don't think it's a bad trade at all. Ray Gamer. All right. What's up, bro? So updates about this fantasy league. I got Dearness Johnson. I'm playing him as my RB2. And also will either add Bridgewater or Colt McCoy if Kyler is out. Only two good options. And grabbed Alex Collins for flex since Chris Carson is out. But I saw Robert Woods is out for the year. Should I play Collins versus Packers or Van Jefferson versus Niners in standard? Wow, this is a great question, man. Wow, I could definitely see Alex Collins having a fine day, finding the end zone. I could definitely see Van Jefferson sliding into the end zone as well. I would lean Alex Collins here just because I do think that Odell could cut into some of that value of Van Jefferson finding the end zone. But, I could see this going either way, man. I really could. I would lean Alex Collins but that's me, man. I'm biased towards running backs. Okay, so Ooh, it's tough, but I could see Collins finding the ends. I mean, if Seattle gets into the red zone, which I do think that they will do quite often in this game, uh, maybe not quite often, but often enough with Russell Wilson back under the helm. So I would lean Alex Collins. Let me know where your headspace is at, of course, though. Ray Gamer, I know I'm starting Kyler if he plays, Cook, Dean Ernest, Diggs, Keenan Allen, Daniel Carson, and the Colts defense. There you go. Devin, start 3, Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, Pittman, Mike Williams, or Mike Evans. What a great list of wide receivers you have on the week. Okay. I like Pittman for sure. Pittman's just been too inconsistent to sit. Man, I do want to like A.J. Brown, but it's tough. Let me say this, though. Mike Evans is a must start. Okay. Evans and Pittman are my guys for sure. Um, and then I lean Keenan Allen. I lean Keenan Allen as the next safest play. I want it to be A.J. Brown, but just the fact that Marshawn Lattimore is going to be giving him so much pressure, I don't want to swing there. So Allen, Evans, I mean Allen, which should be a shootout versus the Vikings. I don't mind Mike Williams here, but I think Allen's the safer play. So Keenan Allen, Michael Pittman, Mike Evans. If it was my personal roster, that's who I'd be rolling with. Chase Brown, what's up, man? I have Judy, Odell, and Ayuk. I could start over Deontay. Ooh. Why do I like Ayuk so much this week, man? Guys, tell me why I like Ayuk so much this week, right? I don't quite know why I do, but for whatever reason, I do. So I think Ayuk's the safest play here. It's going to be really interesting to see how Odell is implemented into this offense. So and Judy has just been disappointing as of late since he's come back from the injury. So I think I'm going to say Ayuk here. I think I am. I mean, Deebo should be seeing the pressure of our guy Ramsey for most of the night. I know that Ramsey floats a bit, but I like Ayuk there, man. And would you start Javonte Williams over Michael Gallup or Jefferson or Ayuk? Huh. I probably would personally, but once again, I'm biased towards running backs, as you guys know. So, yeah, I think I would in the flex. Yeah. I like Ayuk the most out of those receivers, but I think I would for sure. Great gamer. Also, for my opponent, they no longer can play Alvin Kamara and Hopkins. Seems like a GTD. There we go. Great gamer. Liked it. I appreciate that. Derek hit the thumbs up. Appreciate that support, Derek. Geez Louise. What's up, man? How am I looking tomorrow? Brady, Zeke, Connor, Brown, Justin Jefferson, Gusecki, Darrell Henderson, the flex. Brown's defense can put in Leonard Fournette, Josh Jacobs, and Mario, or lock it in flex instead. What would you do? I love the way your lineup is looking right now, man. I would keep it how it is. I like Fournette this week, but I mean, Washington's front seven is the better part of that defense, but I mean, Tampa Bay is going to find the red zone. It's going to give Fournette plenty of times to score, but I like Henderson. I like Zeke, and I like Connor. Don't get me wrong, man. I like Josh Jacobs this week versus Kansas City as well. I mean, I think Amari and Lockett are the right wide receivers to start, but you can always make an argument for these RB1s. But right now, I do think that Zeke, Connor, and Henderson are the guys to have in. It's a good lineup, geez Louise. Nate, Hopkins or Lamb? I would lean Lamb here, man. One of my must-start wide receivers on the week, okay? It's a good matchup versus the Falcons, right? It's a good game script, okay? The Cowboys need a big one. They just got decimated by the Denver Broncos. It's a bad secondary for the Falcons. They're not, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Falcons' defense is not the worst defense in the league by any means. They're still just middle of the pack, right? And for a game script like this where the Cowboys really need to have a good day, I like Lamb a lot. Hopkins just been banged up, man, okay? Maybe just give it a weekend to see if he's fully healthy. He might be a game time decision anyway. So I would lean Lamb here. Ron the Goat, I don't think they confirmed if it was Mason or not. Okay, that's good to know. Ron the Goat, I'm also worried about Muth and Deontay, but I don't like Goddard's matchup. Yeah, that's the thing. And it's like Big Ben had a very good chemistry specifically with Pat Freiermuth, right? I mean, he was making these throws and these connections that I don't know that these other quarterbacks could necessarily make. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that touchdown that they connected on last week. Man, it's rough. I don't like Goddard's matchup either. It's bad. We're going to have to keep thinking on this one, man. Nate, Eckler or Swift? I'm going to lean Eckler there. I am. I'm going to lean Eckler. Jason, what's up, man? All right, I'm 6-3. My starters are Brady, Taylor, Connor, Mike Evans, Deebo, Pittman, and Kyle Pitts. Bills defense, Tyler Boss. I had Woods and Ridley too, but both are out. Was thinking might need more wide receivers depth. What you think of the roster? I mean, I like this roster. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you can lean on Deebo, Mike Evans, and Pittman. Like you can start those three guys on a weekly basis, and you've got the best quarterback in fantasy football. You've got Jonathan Taylor, and you've got James Conner, man. And then you got a great tight end. And you got the best kicker and best defense in the league. I mean, yeah, it sucks to lose Woods. It sucks to lose Ridley as well. That was giving you a lot of great depth, but I like this roster, dude. This is a very strong roster. I really, really do like this roster, man. Uh, you know, kind of the nice thing now to at least put things in perspective, right? Losing a guy like Robert Woods for the season, you can hold on to Calvin Ridley. It's not going to hurt you, right? But now you've got an open position that you can just play the waiver wire with every single week, right? Get the hottest receiver on the waiver wire. Get the hottest running back. If that last player from last week didn't work out for you, you're going to find a diamond in the roughs as the season continues to progress here. So look at it in that light because this is a very, very strong roster, man. I would not be panicking if I were you, but it does stink. Don't get me wrong. Ronald, what's going on, man? Always good to have you here. I'm happy to see you here tonight, my guy. LeBron's brain, what's going on, man? Do I risk a loss this week and trade CMC for Kamara and Hopkins? I'm 6-3. Wow. Wow. That's a tough trade. What do you guys think for LeBron's brain? CMC for Kamara and Hopkins. It's not an awful trade. I mean, Kamara is pretty close to value of CMC, and you get Hopkins maybe down the stretch. It's not awful. Geez Louise, things going good for me. Kamara got injured, and I need D-Hop to sit out. Hey, don't tell LeBron's brain that. Let's see here. We're on the goat. We'll put a pin in it. Yeah, this is tough, man. This is tough. Let us know, guys, for Ron the Goat. Pat Fearmouth with a question mark at the quarterback position or Dallas Goedert in a very bad matchup versus Denver. Ronald, so I'm complaining everywhere. Some of you already heard, but I lost Henry, Ridley, Michael Thomas, Ruggs, Woods, and Julio all on the same team. Oh my gosh, Ronald. Now I have to choose between Collins, JD, Kissick, Pollard, Ayuk, or Fant. I mean, those are the best options I think you could get off the waiver wire. I mean, it's not as good. Don't get me wrong, Ronald, but you can work with it. You're smart enough, man. You got a good fantasy brain. We can get you through here for sure. The three Walketeers. What do you think about Clyde Edwards Alaira? Listen, I don't hate him this week. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a decent matchup overall, but I think that this is a player we just give a week to see how do the Kansas City Chiefs implement him overall. And I don't actually know if he's playing. Yeah, he's not likely to return Sunday against the Raiders, from what I'm reading here. So, I mean, I think when he does come back, he does have RB1 value. He'll get Dallas in week 11. I'm not going to be surprised if he takes that bye week, through the bye week. So stay out week 11, then take the bye week in week 12, and then maybe come back week 13 versus Denver, which is not a good matchup. Then he's got Las Vegas and the Chargers. Decent matchups, not the best, but then Pittsburgh, a bad matchup. Then Cincinnati, a pretty good matchup. So if you still have him on your roster, I'd keep him there. But when he does look like he's likely to return, just give it a week, see how Williams and Gore continue to be implemented in that offense and how CEH has worked back in, right? Jerry, what's up, boys? What's going on, my guy? What is going on? Ronald makes a good point here at LeBron's brain. I would want to see how Kamara's knee pans out. That's probably a good idea. I actually agree with that point, Ronald. Jerry, so my fantasy basketball league, I just tied with a guy. What happens next? Do we both get the W? I know in a lot of fantasy leagues you can have a tie. You can. So I don't know. It's going to depend on your specific league settings, but more than likely you'll get a tie than a W. Hollywood, Alex Collins, or Bolden. Man, I like Bolden this week. But the problem with Bolden is we just want to wait and see if Ramondre Stevenson plays or not. If he doesn't play, I really like Bolden as long as it's full PPR. Half PPR, maybe still. Alex Collins, I do like, right, but he's got to find the end zone, okay? But I do like Alex Collins as well. But I guess to actually answer your question, I think I'd lean Alex Collins as a safer play there, but maybe a little bit of a higher ceiling for Bolden, right? All right, Blammo time. What's going on, man? Hello, and hope all is well. All is well. Thank you, Blammo time. Hope all is well with you as well. Would you go with Godwin or Jefferson at flex and PPR? And LeBron should go with the trade. There you go. All right, so Godwin might not play, man. If Godwin plays, I do think he's a stronger start as long as he doesn't see that injury get re-aggravated. But yes, I do like Godwin just because Washington's secondary is so bad, man. So bad. But if he doesn't play, Jefferson's a great play, man. I think this will be a shootout of a game. So don't get me wrong, the Chargers are pretty good against opposing wide receivers, but I do like Jefferson. He needs a big game. He's due for a big game, man. So I think he's a fine start if Godwin does not play. LeBron's brain ties goes to strength of matchups, I think. Okay, that is a rule in a lot of leagues as well. Let's see here. Ronald says to start Alex Collins. I think I agree there. We're on the goat, and yes, you guys should tie unless your league has a points for system. Yeah, it does depend, right? It does depend. CDA Great 91. What's going on, man? Odell Beckham or Amari Cooper? This is a good question. Guys, I do want to give it at least a week before we throw Odell in our starting lineups, right? He was struggling with Cleveland, okay? I get that the target share should be there the way that this offense is ran. I get that Robert Woods is now down, so that especially helps. But Van Jefferson still going to be involved. The run game still going to be involved. Tyler Higby should be involved here as well. Do I think Odell could have a big game? Yeah. I mean, why not, man? But is Amari Cooper a safer play? Probably overall. I mean, if it was my roster, I would take a week back, right? I don't take as many of those risks as I know some of you guys out there will. But I like Amari Cooper versus Atlanta, and he's still a top 20 receiver on the season. Okay, he's just a week removed. Well, I guess technically 2 weeks removed from a 20-point game. I like Amari Cooper. Okay, but if you really want to take a risk, maybe you start Odell, but I think Cooper's a far safer play. Ronald says, "What's up, Ron and Jerry?" Like Tom and Jerry. There you go. Christian, I traded Darrell Henderson for Robert Woods because I was in need of more wide receivers, and now I'm mad because of it. I would be mad too, Christian. I'm very, truly sorry to hear that, my guy. We're on the goat. Do I sell JT high after this Jags game only for Najee and a high-end wide receiver one with Big Ben out? It makes this harder. I mean, you could argue that the Steelers will have to rely on Najee Harris a tad bit more, but listen, man. I don't think that's a bad play. I mean, Jonathan Taylor is one of the best running backs on the year. He's got a pretty good, matchups in terms of strength of schedule coming up. But Najee Harris is still just as damn good. So I'm not going to argue against that. If you can truly pull this off for Najee Harris and a true high-end wide receiver one, even with Big Ben out, I don't mind. I mean, Big Ben is not like a long-term injury. He's probably just going to miss this game. So I don't mind that trade. I don't mind that at all. Jerry, what's up, Ron and Ronald? There you go. Ronald says I would play Cooper. OBJ has only had 4 days to learn an NFL playbook. It's a fair point as well. Jerry went to a concert last night. I'm getting too old for them. My legs were hurting all night. Hey, if I went to a concert last night, my entire body would be in shambles. I'm feeling the same exact way, Jerry. Oil, Russ or Mahomes in one league, and Herbert or Mahomes in the other. Man, is it crazy that I really like Patrick Mahomes? Like I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud, guys. Yeah, I like Patrick Mahomes versus the Raiders this week. I think that he's essentially a must start, man. So yeah, of course, man. Of course. But don't be wrong. I know he's been playing bad. He's been playing inconsistent. It's a big game script, okay? They need this dub, okay? They need to have a big game. Okay, the past 2 weeks, they've needed dubs. They've gotten them. But at the same time, they haven't played well. They need to come out and play well. I don't mind Justin Herbert at all versus the Vikings, though. I think, oh man, I mean, I really don't mind Russell Wilson, but I just can't believe that we have to have this debate, guys. Isn't that crazy? Would you guys, let me ask for Oriole in the in the chat here, guys. Would you guys start Russell Wilson or Justin Herbert over Patrick Mahomes this week? Let me know, and or you'll know as well. Ronald, people in the real world call me Ron, but Ron already had that covered here. There you go. Jason, what's going on, man? Thoughts of David Montgomery rest of season? Traded Dearness Johnson and Chris Carson for him a couple days ago. Okay. Did I win that trade? Thanks in advance, man. Love y'all's channel. Keep working. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate those kind words and that shout out. Appreciate you being a member of the Catch fam. To answer your question, yes, you won this trade. Yeah. Chris Carson's still banged up. I like Dearness Johnson, but he's the only guy like he is this weekend. Don't get me wrong. David Montgomery has the second easiest playoff schedule of all running backs in the league as it's things stand here in week 10. And yes, I love David Montgomery, man. I love this trade. I think that you absolutely won this trade, Jason. I've loved David Montgomery since the preseason and the offseason. And yeah, I love this trade here in week 10 as well. I think it's a great trade, man. Over G, traded Mike Williams and Kittle for Chubb. Thoughts? Love this trade as well. Yeah. Chubb's got some very favorable matchups. Technically, his playoff schedule is pretty difficult, but guys, it's Nick Chubb. Like, you can't bench this guy ever, right? So, as long as your wide receiver depth is fine, as long as he had another tight end to plug in right away, I love this trade. Guys, we did a stream last night on, and I don't have all this fresh in the top of my head. I mean, it's a lot of information, but I had a lot of notes set up for that, which I can't access. Not too difficult, but I try not to have too many things going on my screen while I'm streaming. But yeah, I can always pull what you guys need. But point is, the live stream last night, if you guys didn't see it or you weren't able to watch it retrospectively, okay, was on playoff strength of schedule for every position for every team. Weeks 15 through 17, because that's where a majority of leagues are playing their playoffs. Guys, go check that out when you have time. I felt like it was actually a quite informative stream. I was a little bit tired yesterday, so I felt like it took me a minute to get going. But once we got going, I felt like we got a lot of good information out last night and noted a lot of very good players to start getting an eye on and start keeping in your thoughts as we get closer to the fantasy playoffs. So I just wanted to mention that as well. All right, let's see here. And guys, make sure you hit that like button, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button down below. Become part of the Catch fam tonight. All right, the chat is popping off. Let me try and catch up here. Appreciate everyone coming out tonight, man. Already having a blast with you guys as always. Saturday night, always good vibes with you guys. Always good vibes. Jerry True, can't have Ron and Ron. There you go. Ronald at Jason. I love it. Yeah, I love it too, bro. I love it too. Elver G got Cook and Swift and running back Waller / tight end. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Okay, so you traded Mike Williams and Kittle for Chubb. And then now you got Cook and Swift. Yeah, I love this. I love this. As long as your wide receiver depth is fine. I mean, you got Waller, bro. I love this. I love this. Ray Gamer, I have one last question. Should I drop Knox for Van Jefferson? I really like Jefferson's value. I feel like Van Jefferson's value is going to explode. And I think he will start to get more involved in the offense on the year. I need a wide receiver 4 on this team. I already have Gesicki and Dalton Schultz. Man, yes, your tight ends are good, but is Knox the guy to drop there? I mean, we could really debate this. Schultz, Gesicki, or Knox. I mean, I know Gesicki's coming off of an awful performance. 7 targets, 0 catches, but 0 points as well. But man, Knox was on fire earlier in the season. Gesicki, technically still tied in 3 on the year. That'll drop a little after this week, but should still be a top 5 guy. Dalton Schultz is still a top 6 guy, okay? And, Dalton Schultz, I'm sorry. And Dawson Knox is still a top 10 player, missing time as well. These are 3 really good tight ends, man. It's a tough decision, but if you want to drop one, it's really, really tough to say, man. I know it feels right to drop Gesicki, but you might regret that moving on. Now, I will say Gesicki has a very, very tough fantasy playoff schedule, okay? I can't believe I might be saying to turn my back on Gesicki, but here's the thing, man. Like, you don't need those 3 guys, right? I know Knox has been banged up, right? Thinking long-term, Gesicki might be the best guy to drop. Oh, I can't believe I had to say that. Ray already played Gesicki. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Can you give it a week? Do you think you can? Do you think you have to do it, heading into Sunday right away? CDA Great 91, thanks for answering my question. Hey, that's what we're here for, bro. Absolutely, man. Appreciate you coming out to the stream tonight and hanging out with the Catch fam, man. Hopefully, you consider subscribing down below, becoming part of the Catch fam. But nonetheless, hey, just appreciate you coming out and chilling for a bit. Ronald, lost my spot in the chat. You guys are going. Chat is popping off. All right. I think nothing changes in Pittsburgh for anyone. Big Ben, Fat Ben is now basically a backup QB this year anyway. It's a fair analysis. I don't really have an argument against it. And Dwayne Haskins and Mason Rudolph have played well in this offense in the preseason and in past years. So maybe nothing does change, right? You could be right there. Or you'll Hunter, Renfrow, or Hopkins if he plays, or DJ Moore. Hopkins if he plays. Hopkins if he plays. If not, I actually like Hunter Renfrow a little bit more than DJ Moore this week. Kansas City secondary is much, much worse than Arizona's. Not that Arizona's is that great, but Hopkins if he plays, because he's Hopkins and Renfrow and then Moore. Nate, Hurts or Herbert? I'm leaning Hurts here. Higher ceiling, maybe a safer floor with Herbert. I'm leaning Hurts though. Red Gamer, I really need Kyler to play. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys do. Aaron Reborn, yo, I offer this team that's right now heavy, Mike or RB heavy, Mike Williams for his Eckler. What do you think about that? If it works out, then I think it's a fantastic trade in your favor for sure. Yeah. Blamo time, I go with Herbert and maybe Wilson. I seriously think good D's have figured out and can compete against Mahomes and Chiefs. Yeah, that's what spooks me, guys. It is. So I can't really argue against that. I really can't. And it's a good insight, Chase. Thank you. Ron the Goat is really good and informative. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I had a lot to get through last night. So we're going to, like I said in last night's stream, we're going to make some far more structured videos for you guys to have easier references in terms of the fantasy playoffs. But I'm glad that you found it helpful and informative as well, Ron. Ray Gamer, someone will take him tomorrow. The best thing would be to drop Collins for Van Jefferson. I don't mind that either. It's the only week I will play Collins, so it would make sense, but yeah, I don't mind it. Reese, TJ or Pat? TJ Hawkinson. I'm leaning TJ Hawkinson now that Big Ben is out. Yeah, for sure. TJ Hawkinson. All right, Chase, Emmanuel Sanders or J.D. McKissick? Man, I like J.D. McKissick a lot this week. The Jets are actually quite good against opposing wide receivers. I've been very high on Emmanuel Sanders lately, and he's been very disappointing lately. I like J.D. McKissick against Tampa Bay's defense. This is the type of running back that they do not play well against. So I actually like J.D. McKissick here. Ronald, they said they are pessimistic that Murray plays. Yeah, I saw that. Not good. Reese Thomas, would you trade Lamar for Mixon if you have the depth at quarterback? Yes, but I still believe in Lamar Jackson on the season fully. But if you have depth, then yeah, I'm not going to tell you to not trade for an RB1. You guys know that I'm very, very running back biased. Alex, OBJ or Christian Kirk? If D-Hop does not play, it's no question Christian Kirk for me. If D-Hop does play, you could consider OBJ here. But look at these guys as two wide receiver twos, okay? Christian Kirk's value is higher if D-Hop doesn't play and if Kyler does play. But he played fine behind McCoy, right? So look at these guys as two wide receiver twos. I don't mind either of them, but I think I'm leaning Christian Kirk either way. Kyle, would you go Fant or Freiermuth? Fant all day, man. Fant all day. He's got the Eagles. They're the worst team in the league against the position. It's Fant all day for me, man. Okay, Ronald says that was like an hour ago in regards to Kyler Murray. Okay, good update there, Ronald. Appreciate that. Ronald, I would play Kirk regardless, but 100% of D-Hop sets. Yeah, I think I like Kirk more as well. I agree. Ray Gamer, if Kyler is out, though, I have to drop one of my tight ends, which sucks. Damn. My opponent has Stafford at quarterback, too. Might just go with it. Yeah. And that's what time is that game, man? What time is that game? Is that a 1 o'clock game, or do we have to wait like all day for that? Let me pull it up. Unless someone answers me quicker. But I should be able to pull it up pretty quickly here. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Of course it's not. It's a 4 or 5 game. That sucks. Yeah, that's not good. Bridgewater plays at 4:25. Maybe Garoppolo Monday Night Football if he's available. Derek Carr Sunday Night Football. But outside of that, you don't have a lot of options. Yeah, don't have a lot of options there. I mean, unless you can take a swing on McCoy, but it's versus the Panthers, not a great matchup. So that puts you in a very big bind there. All right. Jonah, Deebo, McLaurin, Deontay Johnson, DJ Moore, Darrell Henderson. Pick one wide receiver, then one flex. Great group of guys here that you got. I think Deontay Johnson's out for me, guys. I don't feel crazy about DJ Moore. I would say Deebo and McLaurin. And if you're not going to roll with Deebo, I mean, McLaurin for me is a must start. I know he's been very inconsistent and disappointing as of late, but this defense is, the secondary is too bad to not start him against. I really like Henderson as well, though. McLaurin and Henderson, and you can consider Deebo. I can't believe I'm saying just consider Deebo, but it's a bad matchup, as Ramsey should give him a lot of pressure on the night. And he's been banged up as well. So those are my top three guys. I would definitely pick between those three guys. Kyle, do you trust DJ Moore this week? I do. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's got a crazy high ceiling, right? He's starting to kind of drop a spot or two every week, right? But I don't think Cam Newton's going to be any worse than any other quarterback play we've seen on the season. So I don't hate that, you know. I don't hate DJ Moore. And the Cardinals aren't great against opposing wide receivers. They're not awful, but they're by no means great. They're like 18th in the league, so it's not a bad matchup either. But I don't I don't hate DJ Moore this week, but I just don't think he has a crazy high ceiling. Full PPR as a wide receiver 2 or flex is where he's probably going to be most useful. But I think if you have better options, you just start them over DJ Moore. Deacon, what's going on, man? Hey, would you rather start Ayuk or Emmanuel Sanders this week? Is it crazy that I'm going to say Ayuk here? Let us know in the chat for Deacon. Ayuk versus the Rams, Emmanuel Sanders versus the Jets. The Jets are the better team, believe it or not, versus opposing wide receivers. Emmanuel Sanders has been a little shady lately. You guys know that I've been very high on Sanders all season long, but he's been a little shady lately. Ronald, I don't know that I would not start a quarterback to save a third tight end. Is that what you're saying? Oh, there you go. Steve Johnson, should I start Renfro, Eli Mitchell, Cole Beasley, or Melvin Gordon? Hey, good to see you, Steve. For me, it's Johnson or I like Melvin Gordon a lot this week, man. I would start Melvin Gordon. I'm not going against my must starts, man. I would start Melvin Gordon. It's a fantastic matchup in a monster. He's had a very consistent couple of weeks. A monster game last week. Well, maybe not monster, but a very good game last week. I don't mind Eli Mitchell, right? I actually don't mind Renfro as well. Cole Beasley is probably my least favorite start, although I think he'll have an okay week versus the Jets. Feels like a good game script for him. But I would start Melvin Gordon for sure and deal with confidence, man. He's a good play this week. Ray Gamer, Michael Gallup is back, so I might honestly drop Schultz and then I'll try to grab him back. Yeah, that's fair too. Ronald, Terry, and Hendo and my flex. Yeah, I agree there. Deebo has the calf. He does have that calf injury, man. Ronald, let's see here. That's what I would do, drop Schultz, but people love him. Yeah, and I mean, I like Schultz too, but he really he's just had an interesting season. He is kind of trending downwards to some degree. All right, let's see here. Would you trade Pittman for Hopkins? No, I wouldn't. It's crazy, but I wouldn't. I mean, this hamstring injury could linger for a little bit, but Pittman's been so incredibly consistent. Just ride the wave, man. Don't give up on Pittman. I wouldn't do that. Ronald, that one I take Sanders over Ayuk. I just like to disagree. Hey, I love it when you disagree. You always get our fantasy brains thinking, man. You get great debate in here. So hey, no worries with that. I mean, I'm surprised, man. I know you historically haven't liked Emmanuel Sanders, so I am surprised, I have to say. But it's a good argument. It is an interesting debate, guys. I mean, Emmanuel Sanders at the Jets or Brandon Ayuk at the Rams this week. I mean, I do think Ayuk probably offers a bit of a higher ceiling there, don't you think? All right, Kyle, pick 2, Michael Carter, Elijah Mitchell, James Robinson. We got to find out if James Robinson plays or not is the main thing here. I think you have to bench Michael Carter because it's such a tough matchup. If Robinson does not play, then you just take the volume of Michael Carter and hope he finds the end zone. Um, but it's a bad matchup. He didn't play well last week in a bad matchup. And then guess what? James Robinson has a bad matchup as well. But Elijah Mitchell for sure. I would lean Robinson over Michael Carter, but if Robinson doesn't play, then take that volume of Carter and still play him. Chosen Rose, Pat Fearmuth projected value. Sorry, guys. Keep losing my spot here in the chat. Went down. Is this concerning? Should I go Tyler Higby? Yeah, I like Higby this week versus the Niners. He's a pretty strong start. I just don't know that these backup quarterbacks are going to have that same chemistry with Pat Fearmuth. I mean, don't panic and drop Pat Fearmuth. Big Ben will be back next week. But at the same time, I think for this week, yeah, Higby at the Niners is a good matchup, man. Jerry, I need Henderson to go off this week. What do you think of the matchup? I like him this week. The Niners have not been very good against the run. They've played best against the receiver position, but yeah, I think he's gonna have a good week, Jerry, for sure. Jerry, what's up, man? How are you doing, Jerry? Jerry, please let me know, man. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a couple days, Jerry. What's going on, man? Everyone, how is everyone's weekend? How's everyone doing? You know, I mean, Saturday night, man. The fantasy Q&A is phenomenal tonight. You guys are giving me great questions, but let me know everyone's doing, man. What you guys do this weekend? Let me know what's up, Catch fam. Chosen Rose, pick two: Hunter Renfrow, Emmanuel Sanders, Jerry Jeudy, or Russell Gage. Renfrow, I like Renfrow. Man, I actually think Russell Gage is a sneaky play this week. I actually do. I'm going to take the upside of Sanders, though. Renfrow and Sanders for me. Glamour time, Emmanuel Sanders, totally. Bills' running game is so bad the result to passing. Their running game is tough, but this is a great matchup for the Buffalo Bills running backs. Like, you can start Devin Singletary in the flex this week because the Jets are that bad against the run that the Bills might actually find some success, this week. Glamour time. Sean, what's going on, man? Mahomes or Teddy Bridgewater? Wow. Could you guys imagine if we were in week 1 and we were asking that question? I would still lean Mahomes over Teddy. I would. Yeah, I'd lean Mahomes here. Jason, should I shop James Conner? I mean, I wouldn't personally, man. You guys know that I'm very, very high on his value right now. But if you can get the right trade, then I'm not going to talk you out of it. You know what I'm saying? Ray Gamer, I'll probably add Bridgewater, but if Hopkins plays tomorrow, then I'll do McCoy because my opponent has him. Hey, I think that's a fine enough start. You've got a pretty good roster, man. So, all right, let's see here. Boss Man Fat, hey, what's going on, man? Always good to have you here. Appreciate you coming out tonight. Should I trade Melvin Gordon and Boyd for Antonio Gibson? I have Devontae, Deontay, Amari, Beasley, JT, Monty, and Hines. No. No. Don't do this. Don't lose Melvin Gordon, man. Look at the upcoming schedule for Melvin Gordon. It's phenomenal, man. And it's great in the fantasy playoffs. I get what you're trying to do here. I mean, I get that Antonio Gibson should see some RB1 value, but dude, you've got Jonathan Taylor and David Montgomery to lead you. And I actually think that Melvin Gordon's a great flex or bench RB, even if you're not going to start him over some of those receivers. I wouldn't do this trade personally. I wouldn't. I don't mind using. I mean, these are probably your two most undervalued players. I mean, Boyd's pretty much shot down right now, but I wouldn't do this trade personally. If you want my opinion, man. If it was my roster, I would not do the trade. Ron, I would just like to see Ayuk. Lost my spot. Ayuk one more game in a bad matchup to see how he does, but I am not scared to play him. I agree. I have a little hesitancy to start him. I'm starting him this week. I have to. My wide receivers are very, very thin in my primary league, but especially with Antonio Brown's issues. But I agree. I like to see one more big game out of him, but I like this matchup this weekend. I just got a feeling, man. Don't ask me why. Just got a feeling. And when you have that gut conviction, guys, you guys know I've talked about this ever since this channel started. Follow that gut feeling, guys. Glamour time, I'm a Bills fan, so I know firsthand how disappointed I am in Motor and Moss. Heck, bring back Christian Wade. There you go. Chosen Rose, Big Ben is out. Yes. COVID. Well, I didn't know that yet. I mean, it just happened like 3 hours ago or so, 4 hours ago. Let's see here. Jay what's going on, man? Should I start Donovan Peoples-Jones or Dan Arnold? I would lean Peoples-Jones with higher upside there. If it's full PPR, Dan Arnold's seen a pretty good amount of targets, but I would still lean Peoples-Jones here. I would. Ronald Gibson has a fracture in his foot. It's true. He is like actively injured while playing. So that's true. That's true. Ronald, remember Thurman Thomas? Yeah. The infamous, I forgot my helmet on the, can't find my helmet on the sideline during the Super Bowl. Great running back. Very, very appreciated, underrated running back in NFL history. Part of that great Bills best team to lose the Super Bowl ever 4 years in a row franchise. It's just amazing. The NFL Network does that America's Game show every year where they go over the Super Bowl champions. At least I think they still do it. They did it for a very long time, like documentary style, and it's good, man. But they did like a spinoff series, and the Bills franchise was one of the only teams to get. It was like teams that almost won the Super Bowl but didn't, and that was actually quite interesting. Great 4-year run by the Bills there in the 90s. Chosen Rose, Mason Rudolph sucks. Yes, yeah. He's not great, but he does. The good thing about Mason Rudolph is he has some overall chemistry with some of these wide receivers for the Steelers. Okay. Chosen Rose, yeah, I didn't want to start Tyler Higby, but I might start him over Fearmouth. I would personally do it if it was my roster. Ronald, that whole team is great. They could beat everyone but Dallas. And Washington and New York. Yeah, they only lost to NFC East teams in the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. So they could not beat Dallas. That's true. They also could not beat the Giants or Washington as well. So you're not wrong. But it was a very, the NFC East, which is now the NFC least, used to be extremely competitive. And the Eagles were, in that time frame, they weren't winning a lot of like playoff games or Super Bowls or anything, but they were a very competitive team in that time range as well. It's a very, very good time to be in that division. All right. Ronald, Big Ben sucks. Lots of Big Ben hate tonight. Let's hear. Clementine, Shirley, do you remember Thurman Thomas not in the fantasy realm, though? Fair enough. LeBron's brain. What do you think about screwing over a one-win guy in my league? CMC and Gibson for Diggs, Hopkins, Kamara. Huh. He can't afford to lose. So clarify me which side of this trade you're on. Yeah, clarify me which side of the trade you're on here. Ronald, the Eagles had the defense. Yeah, they had a dirty defense back then. Was that the same time period Randall Cunningham was around, or am I mistaken there? I might be mistaken. He was later 80s. Maybe I can't remember off the top of my head, but okay, LeBron's brain. I have CMC. I don't hate that trade, man. I think CMC and Kamara are pretty even swap, but we did talk about this earlier. Maybe we just want to kind of hold off and see what happens with Kamara's knee. Although, I do have I don't have a bad feeling about it. Whoa, big yawn. Wow. Don't know where that came from. Okay. Ooh, this is tough. I still like CMC's value, but I think that Diggs and Hopkins do give you pretty good value in exchange for Gibson. And then CMC and Kamara relatively even overall in terms of a swap there. So I don't hate that. Let me know where your headspace is at. How confident do you feel in this trade? I don't play Gibson this week. Yeah. I don't really see Gibson as a must-start player anytime soon. Let's see here. Ewick, what's going on, Cats fan? What's up, bro? What's up, Ewick? Hope you're doing well, man. Appreciate you coming out tonight. Jerry, what's up, John? I've been doing good lately. Ran into a school problem and it took forever to resolve it. Hey, no worries, Jerry. Glad to see that you're doing well and that you're keeping up the grind, my guy. Blemmo time, what kind of projection do you have for all Dave Peterson when it comes to the rest of the season? Oh, man. Here's my honest projection on Adrian Peterson. I don't hate him, but I think he's a flex play, guys. And I think that we're just hoping that he finds the end zone. Like, if he doesn't find the end zone, I don't think he has a good stat line, except for maybe 2-3 games at best sprinkled in where he ends up having a good rushing day. I mean, I still believe in Adrian Peterson, don't get me wrong, but from a fantasy perspective, like, he's got to find the end zone to be valuable. So in terms of projection, you're crossing your fingers. Do I think he's worth like dropping? Not necessarily. I do think he's probably going to be the number one guy there, but we could see Foreman really come into work here. Foreman was a great running back in college, man. I think this is just going to take some time to continue to, or for us to continue to evaluate how the Titans truly implement everyone, right? Rick Hammer, looks like Kyler isn't playing. If Hopkins is out, would you play Bridgewater versus the Eagles or roll with Jimmy G versus the Rams, 6 points per touchdown? The Eagles have been like surprisingly good against opposing quarterbacks. The Rams haven't been bad. Let's take a look at the stats. Let's clarify things. This is a big decision. It's a big decision. All right, let's see here. Jimmy G. The Rams are 7th against opposing quarterbacks. That is much better than I thought it was. Neither are good, but Philly's 15th. Okay, I mean, that's still surprisingly good. I see these guys still pretty equal, though. I think I'd lean Bridgewater. Let's just look at the matchups. Is that crazy, guys? Bridgewater versus the Eagles or Jimmy G versus the Rams? Who would you guys start? Jared, I'm going to send you my team, my opponent's team. Tell me if I have a chance to get the upset. Okay, let's get it. I'm very disappointed in Lamar this week. He got me 15 points. The whole team looked like crap. Yeah, they did. They did. I was very disappointed too. My primary league, I have Lamar Jackson and Mike Gesicki in my starting lineup. They combined for just about 15 points. If you were on Thursday night stream, man, we were all very, very disappointed. Very, very disappointed. It was like it was the saddest stream we've like ever had. We were all just like, we all had someone starting in that game between Brown, Andrews, Bateman, Lamar, Gesicki, Waddle. And Bateman and Andrews, some of those guys had fine games, but really it took an amount of time to wind up overall with good stat lines. I don't know what sentence I just said. Sorry, guys. But it was a tough game to watch, right? Freeman didn't play well. Gaskins didn't play well. Justin Tucker, Miles Sanders really didn't play that well. Sanders probably had the best stat line of anyone on the night, but it was a tough game. It was very disappointing. Ronald, I think he is 36 and an old ass man. He sat out half a season and played a backup role last year, but sure, not. Fair enough. You cannot play Jimmy G, says Ronald as well. I think I actually do like Bridgewater a little bit more there. I think I do. Let's see here, Jerry. I have Lamar with 16 points, Andrews with 15 points. Andrews did have a good night. Henderson, Collins, Lockett, Deontay Harris. Sorry, I lost my spot again. Zacchaeus, interesting play. I don't mind it, though. Q into the Steelers. He has Wentz, Javonte Williams, Connor, Lamb, Evans, Gesicki with 0 points. Cooper, Brown with 5 points, Boswell, and the Browns. I think you do have a chance to win here. Let's look at his team first. Wentz should have a decent game. Probably a better game than Lamar, to be honest. Javonte Williams, I'm not going to lie, I like this week. Connor, I'm not going to lie, I like this week a lot. Lamb, I like this week. Evans, I like this week. Cooper, I actually kind of like a lot this week as well. Now, here's the thing, though. Gesicki with the goose egg helps you. Brown with 5 points helps you a lot. I'm not overly concerned about Boswell versus the Lions, although if the Steelers do get some drives together and they can't find the red zone because of the backup quarterback play that could play against you, the Browns, coming off of a good performance, should get a decent stat line, but I don't think an amazing stat line. So it's a tough matchup, Jerry. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you, my guy. But you do have some pretty good pieces in here who could go off. And that's what you're looking for in an upset. Lamar has had a bad week. We already know that. But Andrews had a good week. So you still have some upside here with guys like Lockett, Henderson. I do think Collins could find the end zone enough that you could get over the hump. You are hurting that receiver, man. But could you pull it off? Yeah, of course you can pull it off, man. That's what upsets mean, right? So, yeah, I think you got a shot for sure. All right, let's see here. You guys are killing the chat tonight, man. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Let's try and get as many new viewers to these streams as possible. LeBron's right. My team is Dak, CMC, Deontay Johnson, or Dearness Johnson, Gibson, CH, Ingram, CD, Pittman, Judy, Gallup, Beasley, Randall Sanders, Kelsey, Hawkinson. Do I need a better flex? No, this is a good team, man. 10-man team, PPR 6-3. No, you got a good team, my guy. No, you don't need a better flex at all. I mean, you're hurting the most at running back, but you've got enough receivers and tight ends. I mean, he can flex Hawkinson and start him with Kelsey for crying out loud. Yeah, I like this team. CD and Pittman kind of leading the charge, but no, I like this team a lot, man. You don't need a better flex now. Look, I'm starting Swift this week, but I'm a little worried about him facing the Steelers. What do you think? It is a bad matchup. It is. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie to you. But I still like DeAndre Swift. Start DeAndre Swift. Yeah, start him. I don't know why. Start him. I don't mind it. And the Steelers might see some poor play overall. They played bad against the Bears. Yeah, actually, I like Swift this week. I do like Swift this week. Thermal time, considering what Bridgewater did to Dallas this week, I go with him. Weapons are there, and he's a hot hand. Yeah, I don't mind that evaluation. Ron the GOAT. Cowboys or Cardinals defense? Cardinals defense versus Cam Newton, man. Ooh, do we want to bet against Cam Newton, boys? Do we? I don't hate that idea. Now, the Cowboys defense versus Matt Ryan, I like that as well. Cowboys defense, safer floor. Cardinals defense, potential higher ceiling, though. I'm excited to watch Cam Newton play. Is that crazy? LeBron's brain, don't be worried. Ewick, Steelers, no Ben, so game will be closer. Fair point as well. King Marcel, what's going on, man? Better flex PPR. Michael Carter. Let's see here. Michael Carter, Devonta Smith, Brandon Ayuk, Hawkinson, Javonte Williams. Playing versus the Eagles, man, even in full PPR. Michael Carter, a bad matchup, but the volume's there. Devonta Smith could have a good day versus the Broncos. Ayuk versus the Rams isn't bad. Hawkinson, it's a tough matchup, but the volume is still there. I don't think it's an awful matchup. I just like me some Javonte Williams versus this awful Eagles run defense, even in full PPR. But if you want to start a receiver, for me, it's probably Ayuk. Hawkinson's not an awful play either. Ray Gamer did a little research. It looks like the Broncos are without their offensive coordinator because of COVID. Let's see here. Ronald at Ewig, zero reason to be worried. He's a pass catcher. He is game script proof. That's a fair point as well. What flex player could I get Hawkinson for in a perfect world? I would look for a team hurting at tight end or a team maybe in a very good position who's got a lot of depth. And you could get a good enough player for Hawkinson. I mean, probably take a wide receiver 2 or RB2 here, as not as many players want to trade for a tight end, but you could get a solid player for sure. Let's see here. Rio Godwin, what's going on, man? Always good to have you here, my guy. Hey, Catch, how do you think I should start this week at wide receiver? Or who do you think I should start this week? Hunter Renfrow, Jarvis Landry, Marvin Jones. I like Hunter Renfrow here, Rio. I think this is the best game script. I think it's the best matchup versus Kansas City. Best amount of volume between those three guys, and probably, quite frankly, the best offense as well on the season. So I'd start Hunter Renfrow for sure. Good to see you, Rio Good. Thanks for coming out tonight, man. Joshua, what's going on, man? Rest of the season, Herbert or Murray? If Murray is healthy, then it's Murray for sure. But how healthy are we watching him right now? I don't quite know. I want to say Herbert, but it's Murray if he's healthy. But he's just not healthy, man. He might not be healthy the rest of the season. Ronald, bet against Cam. He was sitting on the couch. Okay. Hey, there's one opinion, man. There's one opinion. Aiden, what's up? What's good, Aiden? Always good to have you here, my guy. Learn one time. Speaking of Cam, he could be taking away rushing touchdowns from CMC. This is very true. This is very true. But I am not worried about it whatsoever. I'll tell you why. Christian McCaffrey does not have to score touchdowns to be fantasy relevant. Does he have better games, higher ceilings, better stat lines when he scores touchdowns? Yes, of course he does. But he can get 7, 5, 10 receptions like that. I mean, he was having an awful game last week, and then out of nowhere, 5 receptions, 50 receiving yards, put together a great stat line on the week. So I'm not worried about it. But it's a great point. It's a fair point as well. Don't get me wrong. And but That was with the Patriots. That was under a different offense. Maybe they don't use him as much in the red zone. Should they use Cam in the red zone? Probably. I mean, he can run the football, so why not? But at the same time, we'll see how he's implemented into the offense. But I mean, Sam Darnold has been using his legs quite a bit this year when he was the starting quarterback. So I'm not going to be surprised if Cam does as well. But especially because Cam is Cam. Uh, but is Cam Cam? We'll find out, right? Uh, I'm not worried about CMC, but it is a fair point. LeBron's brain. If I could get Hopkins for Judy and Hawk, should I? I don't hate that trade. Ronald makes a good point. You got to keep Hawkinson for week 12. Kelsey, bye. That's a good point, Ronald. How about Javonte Williams version? Daryl Williams, now that CH is out, it's all about the vid. How about Javonte Williams version of Daryl Williams, now that CH is out? I'm not quite sure the point you're trying to make. Maybe I'm reading that or just misinterpreted. Ronald, let me know, my guy. Ray Gamer, are you still going Bridgewater guys, even with the offensive coordinator out? Yeah, I am. I mean, they've got enough processes in play now that if an offensive coordinator misses a game, that I don't think it's going to affect a guy like Bridgewater too much. Jerry, that's good to hear. I'm excited for the upset. I know. Good. Hey, full confidence, Jerry. That's what I like about you, my guy. All right, Ronald. I am saying, which would you play? I meant. Okay, my bad here. Javonte, guys. I mean, call me crazy, but I'm super high on these Broncos running backs right now. Yeah, call me crazy. It's Javonte. I don't mind CH here, but I'm Javonte. Ronald, also CMC doesn't score from the 1, he scores from the 7. It's a fair point. It's a fair point. Yeah, he can score from much, much further back and not necessarily have to be in the red zone. So it's a fair point. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Mac Burns, what's going on, man? Deontay Johnson, Chris Godwin, CeeDee Lamb, James Robinson, standard league. Got to pick 2, including 1 wide receiver. Okay. CeeDee Lamb versus the Falcons. I don't think. Well, Chris Godwin might not play. If Godwin does not play, then obviously you're not starting him. If he plays, he's a fantastic start versus the Washington football team. So those are my 2 highest ranked guys. Deontay Johnson's value has dipped a little bit with Big Ben out, but he's got a good matchup versus the Lions as well. So I don't mind him here, but I like CeeDee Lamb for sure. Godwin if he plays. Here's the thing with Robinson: it's a bad matchup, and he might not play. He's still questionable. For standard, though, I do like Robinson if he plays, just because he should theoretically be able to find the end zone at least once. But is his ceiling very high? No. So I like Lamb, Godwin if he plays. Don't mind Johnson. These are great options, guys. These are great options, man. Who? CeeDee Lamb for sure, man. CeeDee Lamb for sure. And, well, it just depends if Godwin plays or not. Lamb and Johnson are fine plays, though. Like, they really are. So Godwin and Robinson have the injury concern. So if it comes down to Johnson and Lamb, that's fine. Let's see. Daryl rest of season. Javonte Williams, CH is out. Yeah. I like Javonte out of those guys. I really do, Ronald. Jerry, I picked up Miles Sanders for a matchup in the Catch family. Okay, Jerry. I see you, bro. Should be a really good matchup. I'm waiting for it, Jerry. I am. Bossman Fat, would you start Amari, Hines, or Beasley at flex this week? Probably won't start Hines, but wouldn't be surprised to see him get 15-plus points in PPR. Yeah. He's got a great matchup, guys, and a good game script as well. I mean, I would imagine the Colts should be able to get up early in this game like they did against the Jets. It's a bad run defense, man, for the Jaguars. So I actually don't mind him at all this week. I really don't. Listen, Cole Beasley, I do like it. I feel like this is a good game script, and he's due for a good game. I mean, I'm definitely starting Amari Cooper here. I mean, I guess maybe definitely it's not the right word, but yeah, I'm starting Amari Cooper out of those guys. And I actually kind of like the upside of Hines over Beasley a little bit more, but maybe Beasley's a lower floor, or maybe a higher floor, and you get a higher ceiling out of Naheem Hines. But I think I'd actually lean Hines there, man. I mean, Hines is someone we have to play based upon matchup. And I think this is a good matchup and a good game script, man. Taja Carp, Emmanuel Sanders, Fearmouth, and Gage PPR with Big Ben out. Ooh, this is a tough one. Sanders and Gage. Sanders and Gage. I'm not ready to trust Fearmouth right now. I really think him and Big Ben have that chemistry. I mean, I think that he's very talented. He's probably still the second best option on this team, but I think I'm leaning Gage and Sanders as much as it pains me to say it. Let's see here. Shaya, what's going on? Pick 2, Fant, Judy, Sanders, PPR. Fant for sure versus this Eagles defense. I mean, this matchup I cannot emphasize. He's my must-start tight end of the week. And then I'd choose Sanders over Judy. Fant and Sanders. Ronald, I do not trust Hines. I mean, he can drop 2 on you. I understand this point, and I don't necessarily disagree here, but I like this game script a lot. Like I said, we have to play him based on matchups and game script, and I'm not chasing the points from last week at all. And I don't really like him on a lot of other games on the season, but I think this is one of the other games where we'll see him have a pretty good stat line. But you're not wrong. He can definitely drop 2 on you. So I'm not going to argue against that. Joshua, what's going on, man? Yo, what's up, man? Should I start Cooper or DJ Moore this week? I like Cooper a little bit more, but DJ Moore is not an awful start as well. I think I'd lean Cooper there. If you end up going to DJ Moore, it's probably not going to be too bad of a start. But time, are you feeling good about Aaron Rodgers? I can also go with Wentz or Cousins and have Devontae Adams at wide receiver. Yeah, I don't mind Aaron Rodgers this week. No, I don't. I think he'll be just fine. I don't really mind Wentz or Cousins either though. I mean, I think those quarterbacks are actually quite equal. But if you have Devontae Adams, go with the stack, man. Go with A-Rod in the stack, right? Ray Gamer picked Bridgewater up. Hey, there you go. I like it. Let's see here. Shea, Judy, or Fearmouth? That I think is a pretty equal start, man. That I do. I don't know that I really want to trust. Man, it's crazy because I was so high on Judy in the offseason, preseason. Oh, I think Judy could have a better game here. The Eagles are pretty good against opposing wide receivers, but I think Sutton has the worst game. Let's know in the chat. Would you start Judy or Fearmouth? This is a tough decision. Ronald, if he has a good game, trade him before the deadline. Fair enough. Ray Gamer, put in a waiver for Jefferson because lots of people will want him. So why not? I don't mind that either. Yeah, put it in. Pick him up. Why not? Kyle, what's going on, man? Gibson or Carter for this week? It's a tough matchup for both these guys. It really is. Gibson's banged up. Like I want to say Gibson because it is a better matchup overall. And Carter did not play well against the Colts last week, and this is an even tougher matchup versus the Bills. But Gibson's technically hurt. He could drop out of this game at any time. It really concerns me, guys. I think I want to say Carter here, and you're just kind of hoping that he finds the end zone. Is that crazy, guys? Let me know as well. Would you start Gibson or Michael Carter on the week? I mean, it's quite a tough call, in my opinion. Let's see here. Well, boy, Trey, what's going on, man? Start Ricky Seals-Jones or Njoku. I like Seals-Jones. He's a sneaky play guy. A lot of people are forgetting about right now. The Logan Thomas looming around the corner coming back. I like Ricky Seals-Jones over Njoku. I do. Good matchup versus Tampa Bay. Well, boy, Trey, should I drop Julio Jones since he's going on IR? I mean, if you're in a win now position and you need if there are better options, sure. Because don't get me wrong, man. Like Julio Jones has not been good on the season, and now he's got this injury popping up. He's going to miss some time. If there's better options with higher upside, yes, go ahead and drop him. And it's not going to hurt your roster, man. Blammo time, Judy. Since I always go wide receiver or tight end, I don't mind that. I think I do like Judy more. I think I do. Let's see here. I dropped Schultz for Bridgewater. Waiver put in for Van Jefferson. There you go. Ronald, Says, hey, buddy. Yeah, Julio is donezo. I mean, if you have the RR spot, you can keep him, but really his hammies are done. Yeah, I don't disagree that I think it's time to just go ahead and move on. I don't disagree with that. He has not been good on the season, guys. He really hasn't. All right, guys, let's keep the conversation rolling. You guys are killing it tonight, man. Hit that like button if you guys haven't done so already. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button down below. Become part of the Catch fam. But nonetheless, I truly appreciate everyone being here tonight. Good vibes tonight, man. Like I said, I mean, Saturday night late stream, we always have a good time, man. Appreciate everyone being here. And let's just keep chilling. Let's keep killing it, man. You guys are as always, the catch just always killing it. So let me know what you guys need, and we'll keep the conversation rolling here. All right, Aiden, do you think CMC can stay healthy? Yes, I do. I do. Yeah, I really do. I have faith in CMC, guys. I'm not giving up on that. Let's see here. James, what's going on, man? James Robinson or Eli Mitchell? Eli Mitchell, either way. I mean, if Robinson uh, plays, I still don't feel crazy about this start because it's a bad matchup, guys. It's a bad matchup. So I would lean Eli Mitchell. It's a safer play. Is it a great matchup versus the Rams? No, it's not. But it's a better matchup actually. Um, yeah, it's a tough. I mean, you could go back and forth here. You could, but I'm going to lean Eli Mitchell here. All right, let's see. I'm trying to get Madden up for you guys. Come on. All right. Have you seen Dune yet? I have not. Fantastic movie. No, I haven't. I've been meaning to watch it. And I mean, I have HBO Max. And my brother and I were talking about this today. He said he really liked it. He's a major fan of the book. And he said there are some things, him being a major fan of the book that he didn't like. And there are some things that he really liked. And overall, it's a good movie. It's a good interpretation. And the visuals are amazing. I need to sit down and watch. Just have not had time. Yeah, let me know any good movies you guys have seen lately. Terry, did you say Steven was going over to your house this weekend? Yes. Yes, he was here. I was with Steven for most of the day. Very, very busy weekend for me, guys, for the wife and I. Our baby shower tomorrow. Lots of family in town, lots of friends in town. No, we did not hop on the stream together, unfortunately. But Steven, did want me to say hi to everyone. So what is this we're getting on Matt? What kind of we got a Chase Young card. Let's go, Catch fam. Yes, he needs to be promoted. Yeah, let's go, baby. One boy Trey, yeah, I dropped him because I can't afford it. My wide receiver group is loaded. There you go. James, Russell Gage or AJ Green. Remember, Russell Gage is the #1 receiver on Atlanta. He absolutely is. He's playing a bad defense. Yeah, I like Russell Gage this week, guys. I do. I've started him in my primary league, but don't take that into too much consideration because my wide receivers are absolutely depleted. Ooh, what is this? 92 overall. Yeah, I want that. Add to set. Okay. Do we get a okay? Yeah, I like Russell Gage there, man. I like him more than AJ Green, to be honest. Yeah, I'd go Russell Gage for sure. All right, let's see here. Dune is on my to playlist. It's something got to take time to watch for real, not just have it on the background. Yeah, that's what I was telling my brother today, man. I was like, I'm gonna probably have to watch it over time, right? Like break it up into segments. So I'm looking forward to watching it. I really am. All right, let's see. Let's get some mutt challenges going, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna have to break it into like 30, 40-minute segments. I almost watch it like a TV show. When I watched the Snyder cut of Justice League, which was surprisingly actually pretty good up until the end, I watched it and luckily that's actually broken up into like chapters or whatever. But I just watched like 40 minutes to an hour at a time. That's what I'm gonna do, dude. Hi, Loco, what's up, brother? Mike White or Lazard dart throw for future rest of season? Ooh, I'd rather take a dart throw on Lazard unless you are absolutely hurting at the quarterback position. I'd go Lazard there. Dubes are on my playlist too. Puff puff pass. Fair enough, Ronald. Fair enough. All right, let's see here. Odell playing this week? Ask Jay Sandy. Yeah, he's going to play. Rashad Bateman or Odell PPR when he does play. I mean, I think we're going to have to take a look over the week and just kind of see what happens with Odell Beckham. This is a hard question to answer at this point in time. It is. We're going to have to kind of see how he's implemented into the offense overall. I'm still leaning Rashad Bateman here at this point in time, just because we've seen Odell really struggle on the season. But we're just gonna have to see. It's hard to answer right now. It's hard to answer right now. But at this given time, yes, it's probably Rashad Bateman for me. But that could change with seeing how well Odell does not play right in this offense. So I hate to not answer your question, but I don't think we can accurately answer it at this point in time. Wild boy trade. I traded Zach Moss for Tony Pollard. I don't hate that at all, man. I like that. I keep forgetting that I need to take Johnny Unitas off as my starter. I mean, I think it's cool he's on our team, but I'd rather have Lamar Jackson than Madden. Ronald says Pax. Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at Lamar go. Look at him go. Can't catch me. Can't catch me. Okay. Oh yeah, the new Justice League was so much better. Almost amazing how much better it was. Yeah, it was a good movie. I mean, like the ending was very, very convoluted and a lot of pretty anticlimactic as well. But I actually quite enjoyed it, which I did not think I would. And I like Steppenwolf as a villain too. Um, but the ending didn't really make a lot of sense. It was kind of underwhelming. And whatever they did at the end, like that apocalyptic, like end credit scene with the Joker, just like made no sense. Okay, apparently John Unitas can run the football, but yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was great. I thought it was sad that they tried so hard to, take over that movie and make it something that Snyder did not want it to be. So there you go. There's my take. I hope I could never say his name right, Blammo time. I could never say his name right, so I'm not going to try. The director of Dune will return for the third Sicario movie. Filming is starting soon. Oh, I didn't know. Is it Sicario? Why can't, dude? You guys know I can't pronounce anything. Like, I truly don't mean to be offensive, but I just cannot. I've never been good at pronouncing things. So grill me in the live chat or whatever you need to. I can take it. I promise. I've always been bad with pronunciations, but he's a great director, and yeah, I would love to see that as well. I love Blade Runner 2049. I think it's a phenomenal movie. And he's a great, great director. So I hope he gets whatever he wants to do, right? All right, Jay Sandy. True. Yeah, we have no sample. Just wondering, do you think it takes Woods' role or Van becomes Woods and Odell is now Van? If you know what I mean. I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean. I could see it going either way. Like, I don't know, man. I do think that it could be more likely that Van Jefferson still stays the number 3 guy because he's played very well in that spot on the season. Um, I think that's probably more likely, but we'll see because the other thing here is that Matthew Stafford has that chemistry with Van Jefferson already, so maybe he becomes the number 2 guy. But I just don't think that Odell would play that role that well. So it's hard to say. But I could see Odell fitting into the number 2 spot more, and Van Jefferson being that number 3 kind of speedster guy more than Odell could be. Ronald, give me Bateman over OBJ all day. I don't mind that. I think Bateman's going to be fine on the season, especially full PPR. So, yeah, I don't mind that. Love me some Pollard. Yeah, potentially best handcuff in the league, man. James, what's going on, man? Who to start this week? 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. James Conner, Leonard Fournette, Pittman, AJ Brown, McLaurin. Okay, need 1 running back. Wow. James Conner. James Conner for me. 2 wide receivers, Pittman and McLaurin for me. 1 flex. Ooh. Ooh. The flex is hard, though. Conner is your 1 running back. Pittman McLaurin, Leonard Fournette. Take the game script. Bench A.J. Brown versus Lattimore. Ronald, my guess is the end will make sense next time, like Thor popping into Doctor Strange office at the end of the next one. Fair enough. Although I do think that the only issues there is that the MCU works a little bit different than these DC movies. I mean, I don't know if they're going to really touch the Justice League anymore, and maybe for good reason. Oh, did we really just do this? Oh, wow, AJ Brown. Okay, that was like the coolest play I've ever had in Madden. Oh my gosh, he dropped it. Ronald, I would say if you want to compare, Brandon Cooks would be the closest as to what OBJ will be. Fair enough. Fair enough. We shall see. I'm going to try and repeat this play. And of course, this time it's an awful throw. Okay. But one time, is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles the only real Thanksgiving movie? It is a great holiday movie, man. And it's a good movie as well. Let us know, guys. Do any of you have a Thanksgiving movie that you watch as a tradition? I would actually be interested to know. Wow, Lamar Jackson, what are you doing, man? Not even fair. That's really the only thing that comes to mind for me. Is there a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special? I mean, you guys can't hate on Charlie Brown holiday specials, right? All right. Wasn't OBJ complaining about not getting enough touches? Listen, I get that was the narrative, man. But at the same time, don't you guys think that was probably just a way to get out and to express unhappiness, right? Like, I think he just wanted to be on a team that he felt like was going to maybe utilize him overall a little bit better. That doesn't mean like a massive amount of targets, right? But he wasn't really being used in the offense. But don't get me wrong, man. Could he complain with the Rams too? Sure. But I think this is just going to be a better fit. We'll see what happens, man. Jay Sandy, yes, I picked him up, had a free space. Hope he plays this week for at least a small sample, but I don't know if he practiced at all this week. Let's see here. Thanks for the help, though, for real. Absolutely, man. That's what we're here for, bro. If you got any other questions, feel free to shoot them our way. And, feel free to hang out in the live chat for a bit as well. Do you think he continues that attitude in the Rams? Asked Jerry. Maybe. I'd hope not. OBJ was complaining that the throws were uncatchable. He got plenty of targets. That's true. He was just also complaining about Baker Mayfield's play in general. So we'll see. We'll see. Ronald, I watch football on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I do too. I do too. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So a fantastic movie. And it's interesting because I kind of watch it post Thanksgiving, kind of just like December post overall holiday season, right? But one time, good point. Football is a huge part of Thanksgiving and sleep. Yeah. You got to wake up earlier than you should have. I usually try to get like some sort of exercise in, believe it or not. But you got to wake up earlier than you were supposed to. Then you got to, kind of scrounge through the day, watch some football, then just eat a massive amount of food to the point where you're uncomfortable, and then keep watching football until your eyes just shut, and then just forget about everything and fall asleep, and then wake up and check your fantasy rosters. That is a good point. Maybe not a good point, the right way to phrase that, but a good time for me to bring up. I will probably not be streaming on the holidays at all, guys, just so you guys know. I mean, holidays are kind of like dear to me. I know we streamed on like Halloween. That's a little bit different, right? I mean, I still did a lot on Halloween, but Thanksgiving, just a day that I'll probably take completely off. Christmas, I will definitely be taking the whole day off. Christmas Eve, I'll probably take the day off from streaming as well. But I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. And, I hope everyone can have a safe and fun holiday. I'm sure everyone will. So it's just something, those are days that I just want to really, I am a big holiday person, just so you guys know. I'm a big holiday person, and especially Christmas, but, holidays can be busy. So I know we'll have football and things going on, but you guys will probably not see me at all on Thanksgiving or Christmas, just so you guys know. Christmas Eve as well. All right, let's see here. Jerry, wait, what'd you just say? I zoned out for a second and came back to you talking about passing out. If we're talking about Odell Beckham, it's just very hard to read, Jerry, and it's hard to say. But I'm reading some of the other comments here. Yeah, I was talking about Thanksgiving. I was giving a long, description of what to do on Thanksgiving in regards to football and everything. Ronald, I love planes, trains, and automobiles, but I never really thought of it as a Thanksgiving movie. Throw Mama from the train. There you go. There you go. Hey, what is your guys' favorite holiday movie? Favorite Christmas movie? Man, I think like if I'm being honest, like Elf is probably my favorite. I mean, I love A Christmas Story. I love all the classics too, right? What's the company that makes those? Like the Rudolph movie and Santa Claus Coming to Town and Frosty and all those. I love those movies, but I like a lot of Christmas movies, guys. I really do. I get very, just so you guys know a little bit about me, I get very into the Christmas spirit. Okay, I really do. All right, understandable to take off the holidays. Hey, I appreciate that, Jerry. That's okay, John. I probably won't be watching on the holidays. Yeah, I figured most people wouldn't. Um, I would rather see you guys go enjoy your holidays, right? All right, Johnny Unitas, quarterback draw. Can he make it? Did he make it? Okay, good. Uh, I'll still send a strongly worded email about my displeasure of you guys taking days off, but I understand why. Fair enough, Jerry. Fair enough. A Christmas Story is so good. Oh yeah, that's a classic, man. Can't go. I watch it every Christmas. Any adaptation of A Christmas Carol, so Scrooged is up there. Yeah, I love A Christmas Carol, man. I never watched. There was like what on was it AMC? No, it was FX did the Christmas Carol series that was supposed to be like pretty dark last year. Never watched it. Did any of you guys watch it? But yeah, I like a Muppets Christmas Carol. That's my vibe. But yeah, Christmas Carol, definitely great. Look at this, Rondé Barber in the end zone. All right, guys, let me know what else is going on, man. I'll probably have to cut the stream a little bit short tonight, but we still got a little bit of time left. Still got a little bit of time left. So let me know what's going on, everybody. Great stream tonight, man. I mean, we got some massive fantasy Q&A in. Uh, you guys have been killing it. Great convo tonight. Just happy that we have this community, man. Really does mean a lot to me. All right, let's see here. Can we do the fake field goal? Throw it to the offensive lineman, and he drops it. He drops it in the end zone. Okay. Oh, well. We are still doing quite well in this game. All right. Oh, I know. My fave Christmas movie is Die Hard. All right. Jerry, what games are you most looking forward to tomorrow? Great question, Jerry. Great question here. Let's see here. Browns and Patriots, I think, is actually an interesting game. Colts and Jaguars, since I'll be watching that game with Steven, and I hope the Colts lose so I can laugh at him. Vikings and Chargers, I think, is one of the better games of the day. I am, call me crazy, really looking forward to the Panthers Cardinals game. I really want to watch Cam Newton play. Seahawks Packers, probably one of the better games of the day as well. Eagles Broncos should be interesting. Chiefs Raiders, kind of Raiders at the top of that division. It's a good game. I like the Rams and Niners too. That's gonna be a fun game to watch. All right, let's see here. Just picked up some Papa Murphy's. Their pizzas are huge, dude. Pizza sounds pretty good right now. For me, it's Dallas at Atlanta should be a shootout. That should be a good game as well. There's some good games tomorrow, man. I need to check out the dark versions of Christmas Carol you mentioned. Yeah, I think it was FX who did that version of it. All right, I think we won this challenge. Oh, we had to score 2 passing touchdowns? Oh my god. Okay, I did the opposite. All right. Okay. Jeez. Just wasted everyone's time. Not that this stream is all for Madden. Okay. I picked Atlanta to cover the spread at the 8.5 spread. Interesting. I'm so bad at sports betting, guys. Like I truly am. Oh, come on, Blake Jarwin. I've never heard of Papa Murphy's. Where are they located? What? You've never heard of Papa Murphy's national chain? I haven't heard of Papa Murphy's either. Am I crazy? Take and bake pizza. Yeah, I haven't heard of them. I'm about. What's up, man? Start two Henderson, Aaron Jones, and Dearness Johnson. This is such a hard decision. For me, man, it's Henderson and Jones. Yeah, I like those two guys. Whoa. Did he go out of bounds and come back in? What was this? Yeah, I like Henderson and Jones, man. I can understand Dearness Johnson here, but no, I like Henderson and Jones for sure. Let's see here. Ronald, you have got to read the challenges before before you play them. Yeah, you guys know I'm bad at that. All I saw was score 2 touchdowns, and I scored 2 touchdowns. So obviously, I'm paying far more attention to the chat than I am Madden. So yeah, but you're probably right. Okay. Justin with Big Fan on the cover list, Fant or Patty, Fearmouth. I'm still leading like Fant either way. He's my must start tight end of the week. He's got the best matchup out of anyone. I mean, the Eagles are awful against opposing tight ends. So yeah, I'm leaning Fant all day here for sure. Ooh, Blake Jarwin, best tight end in the league. All right, there's a passing touchdown. Ronald, I've never heard of them. Yeah. Chase, you gotta get us hip to Papa Murphy's, bro. Time I recently was reminded Batman Returns is set during Christmas. Hey, I like that. I like that fact. Justin Young, Deontay Carter, Beasley at the flex and full PPR. I'm still leaning Deontay here. I am. I really am. Oh my gosh, this lineman cannot catch a pass. Deontay should have the best volume there. Beasley, probably the next best start. But Beasley's just been so inconsistent. And the Jets are surprisingly good against opposing wide receivers, but Beasley's due for a good game. He's got the volume. It's just so hard with these Buffalo Bills wide receivers, right? And Carter, who I do like, just has a very bad matchup versus the Colts, right? And versus the Bills. Yeah, it's an awful matchup. Did not play well versus the Colts last week, though. Let's see here. The big chains are Pizza Hut, Domino's, etc. I mean, Papa John's too, right? Would you guys put Papa John's in there? Let's see here. Ronald, Fant over Goddard. Yeah. The Broncos are very good against opposing tight ends. And I love Fant this week, man. Oh, come on, bro. Wow. Yeah, Fant for sure. Justin Young, Kirk, Rondell, and D-Hop mostly be out. Devontae Smith or Drake at flex. Kirk. As long as D-Hop is out, yeah, Kirk for sure. And even not, I still like Kirk. I don't mind Smith, but I actually like Drake a little bit more than Smith. But yeah, I would rank those guys Kirk, Drake, and then Smith. What is everyone's favorite fast food chain now? I'm hungry. Justin says Chipotle is def up there. My last one wasn't clean. I'm changing my favorite Christmas movie to Home Alone. I just forgot about it. Hey, no worries. No worries. I know Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's, Little Caesars. Yeah, those would be the biggest where I live, Ronald. Yeah. If you guys, I mean, I guess Chipotle is fast food, right? If it is, then yeah, Chipotle is my favorite. So should we clarify? Does fast food have to have the drive-through option? I've heard a lot of people say that for it to be true fast food, it has to have the drive-through option, right? It's not just about speed of how you obtain the food. It's about the speed of driving through as well. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. Bojangles, that's a good pick. If that counts, I pick Five Guys. I like Five Guys a lot too. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, some of those places you can walk in and get it pretty quickly, but does that make it fast food? I don't know. It's a great debate. Great debate as we are moving into midnight here. Wow, never heard that argument when it comes to this conversation. Yeah. Uh, you know, it's hard to say. If it is, not part of the argument, then Chipotle definitely for me. I mean, I love Chipotle. Um, and if not, I don't know what it would be. Kava is really good. If you guys have a Kava near you, I love coffee. Blammo Time says fast food has to have a drive-through. The drive-through element is a strong point. Yeah, it's like you can drive right through it. You can drive it and you drive through it and you can get it super quick. Wow. Calvin Johnson. Wow. So let's say it is drive-through and fast food. What's your guys' favorite then? That's what it's shifted to here. Matt, hey bro, what's good, bro? Now, like there are some of those places that have drive-through, like Moe's. I really like. You can walk in and get everything pretty quickly. It has a drive-through option as well. Does that still count? I guess. But I think anything that isn't a sit-down place can be considered a fast food place. Fair enough. All I know is when I went to the famous In-N-Out burger, it was just a burger. I love a place called Hardee's, but there aren't many left. Yeah, plenty of Hardee's where I live. I think it's more of a southern thing, right? Zaxby's is amazing. Also kind of a southern thing. I guess Bojangles is kind of a southern thing too. Don't allow a touchdown by the end of the game. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll see. Do you guys have a BJ's restaurant over there? Where Steven lives, yes. Where Steven lives in Northern Virginia, yes. Where I live, more Southern Virginia, no. We have a BJ's without the restaurant because it is almost like a Costco type, whatever you want to call it, place. Oh, man. Why'd you throw that, A-Rod? Why'd you throw that, bro? Okay. Okay. We'll get back to the fast food talk in a second. Matt, who would you play for flex? Odell, McKissick, Gallup, or Elijah Moore? Really leaning Odell. Dude, if you want to take the swing on Odell, I'm not going to call you out of it or talk you out of it, but I want to give it a week just to see how he's implemented, to see if Van Jefferson plays better. I just want to give it a week. But at the same time, I think McKissick's a really strong start versus Tampa Bay. These are the kind of running backs that are not good or that are very good against this defense that this defense is not very good against. So I like McKissick, man. I think he's a strong start for the week. Elijah Moore, Corey Davis is coming back, right? It's a little bit of a gamble. I don't want us to chase those points necessarily. It's more something to monitor once again. Gallup coming off the injury, I don't feel crazy about. So I think McKissick is the best overall start here, but I would still put Odell probably as the next best start there. So I don't want to talk you out of it, Matt, if you have the conviction there. Well, boy, Trey, what do you think about picking up Allen Lazard? Yeah, do I love any of these Packers receivers that aren't named Devontae Adams? No. If you want to take a shot and maybe is a couple consistent games, that's fine. But like we're always kind of praying that one of these guys starts to ball out, and it's really hard to say, man. Right? These guys are never consistent unless they're Devontae Adams, as we're seeing in Madden right here. So yeah, I don't think it's the worst player to pick up, but it's not my favorite. Just being honest with you. All right, cool. And trust Elijah Mitchell this week. He's a full go, no injury list. Yeah, I don't mind him. Man. It's not a fantastic matchup, but it's not a bad matchup. The Rams are not as good as we like to believe against opposing running backs. There are none left in the Philly, Jersey area where there used to be Hardee's. They're called Carl's Jr.'s. Yeah, I do know that. Aren't they like the same exact thing? Or how do they differ? Because I really don't eat at Hardee's a lot. Like, actually, I've only been to Hardee's Carl's Jr. like once in my life. I'm not going to lie. But how do they differ? Let me know. Let's see here. Wait, BJ's is a Costco place. What does that mean? You can walk around and buy stuff. So BJ's Tap House or whatever they call it is like the same company. Yeah, has like a wholesale club, wholesale place as well. Yeah. Like where Steven lives in Northern Virginia. There's a big BJ's warehouse. I guess that's what it's called. Wholesale place. And then like right next to it almost is a restaurant, BJ's restaurant. So yeah, it's To my understanding, that's how it works. And Aaron Rodgers just lost us this. Okay. Ian McKissick or Stevenson? Ooh, guys, do you like my call on McKissick? Because I really think McKissick's a better start here. I do. Full PPR. If it's standard, then I would go with Stevenson. I'm not crazy about this matchup for Ramondre Stevenson, though. I'm not. Uh, so I think I want to lead McKissick here. Ronald, I can't get behind Lazard. It is tough to. It is tough to. I trusted Lazard earlier in the season, was disappointed. Yeah, he can be very disappointing. What do you think about Khalif Raymond? Too inconsistent, man. We just never know when these guys are going to step up. We never know which receiver for the Lions is going to be the starter. So I don't feel crazy about it. I do think he's been probably the most consistent, but that still doesn't make me feel very good about him overall. All right. BJ's is just like Costco. Yeah, yeah. But I do think there's some areas out there that just have the restaurants, and then there are some areas out there that just have like the wholesale clubs. So I will say that much, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Catch, what's up, Hidden X? How's your night going? It's great, man. How are you doing, my guy? I always appreciate you coming out here, my man. Got a question. Should I start Khalif Raymond or Peoples Jones? I would. Ooh, that's really tough. I mean, we just talked about Raymond being very inconsistent, and that is true. But Peoples Jones has a pretty tough matchup versus New England, now that I think about it. And Peoples Jones, I mean, these big games, he's had 5 or less targets. You know, last week he did only have 3 targets. He turned 2 of them into touchdowns. But I could see Peoples Jones playing okay. But listen, our New England is very good against opposing wide receivers, so I don't feel crazy about that either. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Peoples Jones, higher upside. Khalif Raymond, safer ceiling. Yeah, that's my final thought there. All right, let's see here. Jason, prefer Deebo or Justin Jefferson rest of season? This is really tough. I think Deebo. I think it's Deebo for me. Yeah, I think Deebo. Jerry, oh, well, that's pretty interesting. It's just a sit-down restaurant over here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Some places it's sit-down restaurant only. Some places they have the warehouse as well. BJ's Berkeley Jensen or something like that. Oh, I never knew what BJ stood for. At least in the restaurant sense. Okay. Matt, if Odell gets 8 catches for like 120, I'd be so happy to see him play nice again. I can see the 8 catches. Call me crazy. Yeah. I can too down the stretch, but I just don't want you guys to be disappointed if you do have high hopes for him. I don't know that he's going to return to that Odell Beckham that we're used to. Could we see a resurgence like we've seen with Antonio Brown? Sure. But does it happen this week? I don't quite know. I really don't. All right, let's see here. And I hope it does, man. I love Odell Beckham. I hope it does. Yo, fam, we worried about Najee Harris with backup Rudolph. No, I'm not worried about Najee Harris. I think that the Steelers know that they have to lean on him in this game. I'm not worried about him at all, man. I'm really not. He's going to see the bulk of the volume, so no, I'm not. Thunder, what's going on, man? Who do I drop? McKissick, Myers, or Chuba Hubbard? I have CMC. I would drop Myers. He's the most inconsistent player here, and Chuba offers you that kind of security blanket if anything does unfortunately happen to CMC, right? You've got the handcuff situation. So, yeah, I would drop Myers out of those guys. Yeah. Good question, though, Thunder. But for me, yeah, I would drop Myers for sure. I mean, it can depend on your overall roster, but for me, I'd just get off of Myers, man. He's been too inconsistent. The Patriots, as a whole, have been far too inconsistent, man. All right, let's see here. We just have the wholesale club, but they have a food court with super cheap food. Oh, that sounds great. I love a good old food court with super cheap food. All right, Jerry, I've never heard of the wholesale side of BJ's. You can learn something new every day here on the Catch. Yes. even more of a reason to hit that like button and hit that sub button if you're new to the channel as well. Great point, Jerry. Ronald, OBJ will not even be Robert Woods. I don't necessarily think he will be, but I think he can be valuable within this offense in a way, for sure. All right, let's see here. Do we get a... Okay, add this to... Okay, let's do this. I don't know what any of this means. You guys know I'm so confused when I play Mutt. John, have you ever tried In and Out? I believe like once. I mean, I've heard good things about it, but I think I've only had it like once. Just believe it or not. Oh, we got a collectible. Okay. Cool. We got a collectible card. Let's go, guys. Ronald, I dropped Myers. Yeah, I agree. Jerry, if not, I can probably mail you one. Hey, don't forget, winner of the Catch Fan Leagues just gets a large block of cheese. Wait, what is this? Do I need to sell this? Mail to them. Okay, item cannot be sold. Okay, this is bothering me. Let's just get out of this. Okay. I was hoping to see something out of Myers. Way too inconsistent. Yeah, and he was pretty consistent at the beginning of the season, but it hasn't, we haven't seen it come back. So it's unfortunate, man. All right, so we did the daily fixins. I thought we were supposed to get a... what tier are we in? Which one of these have we not done? I don't know how to play. Why did we not get a pack for that? I thought we did everything. I'm so confused. Jacoby can't score a touchdown to save his life. That might be true. Is it his fault? I don't know at this point. But you're probably right. All right, let's do the Turkey Bowl shenanigans. Why not? I miss going to the Chinese buffet. It's been too long. Yeah, I will say to some degree, I don't trust a lot of buffets. But food court, I think a different story. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. That doesn't make any sense. In and Out just seems like a glorified McDonald's. Hey. Glorified McDonald's doesn't sound too bad right now. Matt, do you think Kamara plays next week? I think so, but we'll have to monitor it, man, unfortunately. Thunder, I have Kyler, CMC, Najee, Cup, Lockett, McLaurin, Waddle, Gasecki, and Kittle. That's a solid team, Thunder. Yeah, solid team. Kind of a scary team, to be honest. Score a rushing touchdown this drive. Okay. Truly said, what's up, man? I got sent a trade. I'll be getting Kamara for Hunt and Pittman. The only reason I'm not accepting is because of Kamara's knee injury. Hold off on that, man. Hold off and see if it still stands and how... that's the only problem, man. We want to see what unfolds for Alvin Kamara. But other than that, it's a decent trade. But I still like Kamara the most, right? Jerry, if the winner gets a giant block of cheese, I might start to take. Blemma time. I do love me a good Asian cafe, says Ronald at Blemma time. All right, let's see here. Jerry, wow, at Ronald, it's not that bad. Lots of debate here tonight on the fast food chains, guys. Defend your fast food chains. All right. I'm also 2-7. So does that make a difference? I need to win every week from now on. Here's the thing, man. You're not starting either of those backs this week. So how much does Michael Pittman add to your value? That's kind of the question to ask. I don't think it makes a huge difference for me because when healthy, I think Kamara is the better back here. If Pittman adds value to your roster right away, though, then maybe we consider this. I don't know. It is tough, though. I don't know if I would be jumping on it even if Kamara's healthy. Hunt was killing it. That's a good point, too. Hunt was killing it, but is he going to keep it up? I think so, man. I do. I think it'll be implemented correctly, right? As soon as he can be used within this offense again. So I would not be surprised, man. I would not be. I'll be getting Kamara. Oh. I had that backwards. Okay, I'm sorry. In that circumstance, it's still hard to say, man. I like Kamara. Yeah, I like that trade. It depends on the overall value of your wide receiver core already, and what it would look like if you lose Pittman. Jerry, is anyone watching the new Clifford movie? I mean, I do have a newborn on the way, so maybe. But I don't know, Jerry. I mean, I liked Clifford a lot when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm 2-7, so it doesn't really matter what I do. I have Devontae and Mike Williams. If he's healthy, I don't mind it. Yeah, says Ronald. Pittman is your wide receiver too. You shouldn't do it, and he is your wide receiver too. Uh, I don't know, man. I guess it kind of depends on your overall running back situation as well. Um, this is tough. I think I'd rather see you have Devontae Adams and Michael Pittman on the season, though. Ronald says true. It kind of depends on your overall roster, I think, here. But it is kind of a tough call. I just purposely ran backwards. I cannot type. Hey, that's fine, Ronald. Typing is hard. It's a harder skill than many think. Oh, that was a bad throw. Oh, he dropped it. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Truly said, I have Cook, Javonte Williams, Damian Harris. Okay. Then at that move, I'm not as concerned about the running back position. I have Adams, Mike Williams, Pittman as my wide receivers. Pittman's looking at like wide receiver 15. He is not a throw-in piece. My backup wide receivers are not that great. Yeah. I think that this trade hurts your roster more than anything, considering that you have Javonte Williams, who I'm super high on. Damian Harris still technically a running back one, although he's been injured. And you got Dalvin Cook, man. I mean, Dalvin Cook and Hunt when healthy is very good. But I think that Pittman and Adams is more important to your roster, man. So I don't know that I do the trade, to be honest with you. Richard Glass, you got me excited, and I had to read a couple comments, which is no worries. But Richard, hey man, I'm happy to see you here. Always appreciate you here, Richard. True gentleman in the establishment. Everyone say hello to Richard Glass tonight. The fantasy football ad. What's going on, man? Hey, greetings from Columbia. Greetings from Virginia. Good to have you here tonight. Thanks for coming out to the catch, man. Hope you have a good time. Let me know if you have any questions on the night. Ronald, they taught us how to type in high school, and I opted out for computer-generated art. I mean, bad choice, though I am a graphic designer now. Yeah, and Ronald, I'm sorry, man. Been very, very busy the past couple of weeks, but thank you for sending us a free logo. That was super cool of you. We're trying to figure out a way we can implement it. Obviously, we've got our current logo on a lot of stuff and all of that, but it would be kind of hard for us to change that up. But, and we are definitely going to keep that in mind for the future and see if there's a way we can get that implemented into the channel as well. So thank you for taking the time to do that. Both Steve and I really did appreciate that, man. Like I said, down the road, we're going to see what we can get, see how we can get you involved as well. So I appreciate that support, Ronald, as well. Truly, Seb, you think Hunt comes back next week? I've got a good feeling, but it's a weird injury that we're just going to have to monitor week to week. But I definitely do think that he could come back next week. Lou Triple D, Russell Gage or Gallup. I'm going to lean Russell Gage here because he's the true number one receiver right now for that team. It's a good enough matchup. And Gallup's coming off the injury. You just want to see how he does coming off the injury, right? So I lean Russell Gage there. JT moving. Oh, I skipped Richard Glass. Just wasted $250 on some box breaks. Not doing that anymore. Fair enough. JT moving. What's up, Catch? Pick 2 running backs for tomorrow. Zeke, Moss, Ingram, James Robinson. Zach Moss, Ingram, and Robinson. Mark Ingram and Robinson for me. I leave Zach Moss out there, man. Jerry, always a pleasure to see you in the chat. Richard Glass, absolutely. All right, let's see. The fantasy football lad, Kyler Murray, Javonte Williams, Gerald Williams, Devontae Adams, Deontay Johnson, Dawson Knox, Jerry Jeudy, Steelers, and Justin Tucker. Let's see here. Bench, you've got Gibson, Higgins, Harris, Hurts, Henry, Bateman, Newton, and CEH. Would you change anyone? Obviously, if Kyler Murray doesn't play, then yes, you're swapping him out for Jalen Hurts, in my opinion. Outside of that, no, I wouldn't change anyone here. I wouldn't change anyone here, man. No, I like this. I like this lineup that you've got here, my guy. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily change it up. Nope. I'm really looking here. I mean, obviously can't play Bateman already. Uh, no, I like this team a lot. Yeah, I like where you're at, man. I think it's a good lineup, man. Ronald, I did it while watching football. Oh, no worries. You don't need to use it. I was thinking like a T-shirt or something. Oh, okay, cool, cool. We'll keep that in mind, man. I do really appreciate you putting in that time. Jerry, was a great day for college football today, says Richard. There you go. Fantasy lad, my record is 2-7. I must win. Yeah, you are in a win now situation. I do think that based on those players that you have, that those are the best players possible for you to start. Richard Glass, start Brady or Allen. I'm starting Brady all day here, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that Allen's going to have a good bounce back week. Wow, almost threw a pick there, but don't get me wrong, man. I do think that Allen can have a pretty decent week against the Jets, but Brady versus Washington. Oh my God, that secondary is just going to be absolutely dismantled. Don't get me wrong, they played well against Brady in the playoffs last year, but I still like this matchup a whole lot for Tom Brady. Yeah, I'm winning Tom Brady all day long, Richard. All right, I think we just lost this challenge, so let's just, yeah. Challenge complete. Replay challenge. All right. Fantasy football lads, standard 12-man, Josh Allen, Mark Ingram, Jonathan Taylor, Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb, Ricky Seals Jones, Brandon Ayuk, Buccaneers, and Tucker. I like that team more than your other team, but that's a good team for sure. Richard Glass, I'm starting Brady. I just wanted oh, Richard. Sorry. I just wanted to see how smart you were. You passed my test. All right. I'm glad, Richard. It's all that truly matters to me in terms of this channel is if I pass your week-to-week tests here. All right, guys. Make sure you guys get in your final Q&A here, as I am going to have to wind down probably by 12:30 tonight, unfortunately. Um, very busy weekend. Very busy weekend. A lot going on tomorrow as well. But appreciate you guys being here tonight, and we'll get to a couple more questions on the night. Benches on for this team is Jalen Hurts, Nick Chubb, Jordan Howard, Tony Pollard, Chase Claypool, Cortland Sutton. Ooh, I really like that starting lineup. I'd keep your lineup the way it is. You could consider Jalen Hurts over Josh Allen, but I still like Josh Allen a lot here. Obviously, you can't start Chubb. I think you've got all the right people in. If that's the question you're asking in fantasy football, and yeah, I like this second lineup a lot, man. Yeah, a lot. All right, let's see here. I forgot that we can only pass the football here. What kind of route was that, X? Wow. Okay. All right, so make sure you hit that like button if you guys didn't do so already. If you're new to the channel, of course, make sure you consider subscribing down below. But I do appreciate everyone being out here tonight, nonetheless. Okay. How many people know what tasty cakes are? I do not. Fantasy football had Myers, Ayuk, and Gallup are available. My free agents worth picking one up. Ayuk is worth taking a swing on. Yeah, Ayuk. I mean, I'm not expecting anything crazy out of him right away, but yeah, he's definitely worth taking a swing on. Yeah. If you had to drop someone from that second team, it's probably. Ooh, I was gonna say Chase Claypool, right? Him or Sutton? Yeah, him or Sutton. It's from the first one. Okay, sorry. Let's see here. Um, do you feel like having Kyler Murray and Jalen Hurts, you really need Cam Newton? I would personally drop Cam Newton, just not because I have no faith in him, but just because you have two very good quarterbacks already, two of the best quarterbacks in fantasy football. So I don't think you need Cam Newton. I don't think he's really bringing any value to your team. So that's who I would drop there for Ayuk. Jerry's never heard of Tasty Cakes. What are they? Rob Don, what's going on, man? PPR Flex, Agnew or Fearmouth? Good question. Good question. For me, it's Agnew. I don't like it, but in deeper leagues, he's a fine enough start, right? And Fearmouth just lost a lot of value with Big Ben out for the week, as they're the two that have that chemistry, right? So I don't like it necessarily, but I would lean at Agnew. I mean, this is someone that in my personal 20-man league, I might have to start this week. So I understand it, man. Ronald says, "Yuck, baby." Uh, Rob Don, Brandon Bolden, or Benjamin. I like Benjamin, not a bad play here, but I like Brandon Bolden, especially if Ramondre Stevenson is ruled out. I like Bolden either way, but yeah, I would lean Bolden here for sure. Ronald says to drop RSJ. Fair enough. He's probably only valuable for this week. I grabbed Newton for trade bait. Hey, that doesn't hurt, man. That doesn't hurt. Bamboo, what's up, man? Deontay Ingram or Emmanuel Sanders? Ooh. I still think that this is Deontay Johnson. That's where we lean here, just due to volume alone. Then Sanders, then Ingram. Ingram's got a tough matchup, guys. Keep that in mind. Ronald, they are a type of pastries cakes from the Philly area. They are huge here. I will ask my brother and sister-in-law about that tomorrow. They live in Philly. I will get to the bottom of these tasty cakes, Ronald. Did Deontay lose any value with Big Ben out? Yes, of course. But due to volume, right, he could still consider starting him. It's just, does he lose value? Yes. But due to volume, he should be semi-okay here. Rob Don, thanks. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what we're here for. I appreciate you coming out to the stream tonight, man. Hope you have a good time. If you got any other questions, go ahead and throw them my way, man. We will be probably signing off by 12:30 tonight, unfortunately, but appreciate you coming out tonight, my guy. Ronald, they will know it. Hey, I'm sure they will. I will definitely ask them about that. All right, guys. We got a dislike on the video tonight, guys. Can you guys see dislikes still? Is that gone on YouTube or has that happened yet? I heard that's happening, but I will let you guys know when we get dislikes. Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of interesting with the whole dislike thing, right? Because like it's still interaction for your video, so it's just such a weird thing. Because like when people dislike your video, like it actually helps you. So when I see people dislike our video, I'm just like, well, I'm interested to know what they didn't like and like how we can improve, of course, always, and how we can improve the quality at all times of the videos and the streams and everything we do here. But also, you helped my video at the same time, so I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Let's see here. Ron or Richard is still there. Okay, good to know. Jerry, all right, I'll talk to everyone next time. Hey, appreciate you, Jerry. We'll see you tomorrow at some point, my guy. I don't know why people leave a dislike. Hey, what are you gonna do? It is what it is, man. Imagine disliking, says Aiden. Yeah. Hey, if they didn't like it, they didn't like it. It's all good, man. Spencer, what's going on, man? Do I start James Robinson versus Indy or Mark Ingram? I think if Robinson plays, it's a tougher matchup, but he is the better back out of the two on the season, I would argue. So if he plays, I'd still lean Robinson, but it's probably going to be a tough day for the Jaguars, man. Tennessee is like 8th against opposing running backs, where Indianapolis is 3rd. So I did right now, season Robinson's a better back, but Ingram probably has a better chance of finding the end zone. Although, don't forget, guys, I mean, these Saints receivers are kind of banged up. Trevor Siemian's the starting quarterback. Ingram's the starting running back. This is a banged up team, and Tennessee's been playing lights out lately. So I think I'd lean James Robinson if he plays, but I'm not in love with this play, but I do think he has a higher ceiling. Ronald, the system rates a like and dislike the same. Yeah, exactly. So it's still, when people dislike the video, which I'm not encouraging you to do, I guess. I don't know. It still helps us in the algorithm, right? Fantasy Lad, Ingram on free agents. My running backs are Damian Harris, Javonte Williams, Darrell Williams, Antonio Gibson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Here's the thing. I mean, like, if you need a start for the week, then Ingram's okay, but I just don't know that you need to drop any of these other players, Harris, Williams, Gibson, or Edwards-Helaire, as they help you down the stretch. They help you over multiple weeks. Maybe if you're really concerned about Gibson's injury, maybe him, but I don't think you need to make the move necessarily. It doesn't really help you in the long term, in my opinion. Rob Don, relating to the Bolden and Benjamin question, Stevenson cleared protocol And I also have Mike Davis. I still like Bolden regardless, just due to volume. If it's full PPR, due to what he does in the passing game. So I do like him there. Yeah, I do like him. Uh, Mike Davis, I'm not in love with versus the Cowboys. I don't think he offers you a very good ceiling. I think Bolden offers you a better ceiling. So I would lean Bolden as long as you're confident in the start, my guy. Geez Louise, they just mad because they lost their matchup last week. Hey, uh, yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Hopefully, I didn't help them lose their matchup, but it could be it. uh, let's see. Ronald says you could drop Darrell Williams, but I don't think it's worth it unless you're using Ingram. Yeah, I agree there. Dawson Knox or Hunter Henry. Who the Browns are pretty good against opposing tight ends. But I do like Hunter Henry this week. The only problem is he's very touchdown dependent. If Dawson Knox plays, I'd lean Dawson Knox here. I would. Better offense overall. Yeah, I'd lean Dawson Knox. He's saying I might keep Darrell. To be honest, I don't mind that, man. I don't mind that at all. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wind down the stream for the night. I do apologize, guys. I know it is a much shorter Saturday night stream than usual, but like I told you guys, got a lot going on tomorrow. My wife and I's baby shower. Tons of family in town. Tons of friends in town. Very, very jam-packed day tomorrow, as today was as well. So I appreciate you guys hanging out for a bit, man. We did a must-start stream earlier in the day, man. Like I said, Friday night, right? Last night we did a fantasy playoff strength of schedule stream for every position on every team and the best players to own from every team. We're going to have far more structured videos coming in the near future, but we did an overall stream just getting that discussion started. I went through every single team, their strength of schedule at every single position for weeks 15 through 17, where a majority of you guys will be conducting your fantasy playoffs, where a majority of leagues will be conducting their fantasy playoffs as well. So go check out that stream if you guys want more content for the night. I think it was very informative. I had a lot of fun doing that. Like I said, took a minute for me to get my mind going and on track at the beginning, but as soon as we really got started and jumped into it, we were rolling, man. We had a good stream last night. So check that out, man. Check out the must starts on the week. We have every position, defense and kicker included for the week posted. So make sure you guys check that out, man. Go drop some like buttons, man. If you guys didn't hit the like button already tonight, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure if you're new to the channel, you subscribe down below. I'll get to the final couple of questions here, then we'll sign off for the night. And I do really just want to say, of course, how much I appreciate the catch fam, of course. All right, let's see here. Hey, E11, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for the show. Hey, I appreciate that, my guy. Fantasy football out. He does not have an injury destination. Then I would start Knox. I start Knox, man. Madden Tang, what's up, my guy? Start Pat Fearmouth or Brandon Ayuk for flex. I'd lean Ayuk here. With Big Ben out, I lean Ayuk. Nathan, what's up, my guy? Right now I have OBJ. Should I pick up Jefferson instead? This is very, very tough to answer at the given moment, and Monday night's game is going to answer a lot of questions for us. I would hold on to OBJ and let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Kane Johnson, what's going on, man? What do you think about my team? 14-man happy PR. Dak, Dalvin Cook, Saquon Diggs, CD Pitts, Javonte Williams, and Rams defense in a 14-man league. That's a stacked team, bro. Like for 14 men, yeah, that's stacked. Great quarterback, great two running backs down the stretch. When healthy, right? Two great receivers, a great tight end, and I love Javonte Williams in the flex with the Rams defense. I love it, man. I love it. Aiden, see you, John. Have a good night. Hey, appreciate you as always, Aiden. Ronald, when you call them streams, are you doing them live? Yes. Yes. Streams equal live. Anything else equals not a stream, not live. That made no sense what I said. But yes, to answer your question, Ronald, yes. Appreciate it, man. Have a good night. Yeah, appreciate you, Madden. Always good to have you here, my guy. Kane Johnson, hey, yeah. Thanks. Of course, man. That's what we're here for, my guy. Dropped a sub. Hey, I appreciate that support, my guy. Welcome to the Catch Fam. Appreciate you coming out tonight, man. Usually have much longer Saturday night streams, but we'll see you throughout the week, man. We have streams every single night as well as weekly uploads. So welcome to the Catch, man. Happy to have you here. Sorry we caught you here at the end, and I appreciate you coming out and showing that support, my guy. Jexterville, let's see here. Renfro or Ingram at flex this week. Renfro for floor and Ingram for boom potential. I'm leaning Ingram. I actually kind of like Renfro a little bit more here. I think it's a very good matchup for Renfro versus Kansas City. I really like Renfro this week. I actually think he has a higher ceiling, and I actually think Ingram has a lower floor. As Tennessee's on fire, they've been very good against the run. Uh, the Saints are banged up, man. Trevor Simeon's their starting quarterback, guys. And that Tennessee Titans defense, look at their stats over the past couple weeks. They're playing good football right now. I'm leaning Renfro there, actually. Let's see here. KJ Muro, what's going on? Mark Ingram or Amari Cooper at flex? I'm going Cooper once again. I mean, I don't hate Mark Ingram by any means, but when we're looking at some of these other players, I think that they're offering much higher ceilings. So I'm leaning Amari Cooper versus the Falcons, a bad secondary, man. Yeah, I'd lean Amari Cooper all day here. Ronald says Renfro and Cooper. Hey, look at us agreeing on things tonight, Ronald. Alexander, what's going on, man? Traded away Waller, Hopkins, Devonta Smith, Miles Sanders, and Jimmy G for Zeke, Matt Ryan, Sutton, and Higby. Win or loss, full PPR, super flex. Okay. Waller, Hopkins, Smith, Sanders. Got Jimmy G, Zeke, Matt Ryan, Sutton, and Higby. It looks like a pretty good trade, my guy. Yeah, I don't mind this trade. Gives you good depth. You got Zeke. So I like this trade. Why not? It sucks to lose Waller. Hopkins when healthy. Smith has got some good matchups coming up, but good. Good depth overall. So I don't hate this trade at all. Truly said, what if I send him Mike Williams and Hunt for Kamara instead of Pittman? Then I like that trade a lot more. Yeah, Pittman's been far too good, man. I like that trade a lot. Yeah, I like that trade a lot more, man. KJ, thanks. Dropped a sub. Hey, I appreciate that support, man. Sorry you caught us at the end of the stream, but I do appreciate you coming out tonight and chilling for a bit. And we will have plenty more live streams and uploads throughout the week. Usually Saturday night, we go very, very late. Make sure we get everyone's Final Fantasy Q&A. But I appreciate you coming out, showing that support. Happy to answer your questions, man. Welcome to the Catch Fam. All right. Like I said, guys, we had a great live stream yesterday. Playoff schedules for fantasy football, best players to own, broke down every single position, every single strength of schedule for every single team. So go check that out, guys. Check out our weekly uploads as well. Have our must starts at every single position, including defense and kickers. Go drop some likes. Go drop some views for the Catch Fam, man. Got some good content out this week, guys. Ronald, super flex. Ryan matters, absolutely. Trading Mike Williams much better. I agree. Alexander, some people voted to veto that trade, but not that uneven, TBH. Yeah, it's not uneven. No, I don't understand why they would. Everyone always wants to veto trades, though. So yeah, I hear you there. I'm not surprised that happened. All right, guys, appreciate everyone coming out tonight, man. We might be on in the morning, but probably not, unfortunately. But we will be on Sunday night, of course, for our Week 10 fantasy reaction, getting you guys ready for Monday night as well. If you have any final questions, just see how everyone did. I mean, Sunday night streams are always fun, man. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Get that notification. Wow, I can't talk apparently. Get that notification bell on so you guys never miss an upload or stream. But we had a great stream tonight, guys. I mean, constant fantasy Q&A. You guys had some phenomenal questions, some phenomenal conversations on the night. So truly, truly appreciate you guys. Really do appreciate this community, man. I always say, the Catch Fam would not be the Catch Fam without you guys. So I truly cannot express how much I appreciate you guys. So we'll be on tomorrow night for sure. Everyone have a great and safe weekend. Everyone enjoy some football tomorrow, baby. Week 10 is underway. Not quite yet, but almost there, guys. So truly, truly do appreciate you guys. Got 2 more questions and we're officially signing off for the night. Phase 10 foil. Can't leave you hanging, man. Need help. Do I flex Mark Ingram, Devin Singletary, or Javonte? Ronald says Javonte. I absolutely agree with that opinion. Niners world. Wow. Niners worldwide. Sorry, man. Gage or Washington? Ronald says Gage. Ronald, I completely agree with you. We have so many agreements tonight. Yes, I agree. Russell Gage is the better start. Niners worldwide. Gage all the way. Phase 10 foil. Thanks. Absolutely, man. Not a problem. Okay, guys. We are capping off the stream for the night officially, but we will be on tomorrow. Get that notification bell on so you guys never miss an upload or stream. Hit that like button on the way out if you guys didn't do so already. If you're new here, make sure you hit that sub button down below. Become part of the Catch Fam. Got nothing else to say, but thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch, and peace